Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check, check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the field. Matter of fact, what am I saying from New York? What I say from New York? Hey yo, let's go now.
Hey yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up, what up, what's going on, everybody? It is the Church Guy Sports Show podcast for the 26th of November, 2024. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody as we are here and you are there, and we're excited about what's getting ready to happen on tonight as we prepare ourselves to get into this conversation. A lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. We want to say again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Do us a favor. We need you to like, share, tag, comment. Let's get it going as I'm waiting for Bishop L and for Keisha and for Bishop J Mac to join us on tonight. We're going to get ready to get things going, but we are excited to be here with you on tonight as we prepare for this Thanksgiving holiday. Grateful, thankful, and excited to be with you on tonight and to offer up some more great sports talk. So we're looking forward to things that are going on in and around the world of sports, the world of professional wrestling. So again, like, share, tag, comment, join us tonight as we get into the conversation on tonight, as we're looking forward to what is getting ready to happen. So as you're joining us tonight, we invite you to join the conversation. Drop where you're watching from in the chat. Join in with your questions, your comments. Let us know that you're here. We'll get your comments on, and respond to you as we do each and every week here on the Church Guys Sports Show podcast. Also, don't forget that after the podcast on tomorrow morning, the podcast will be available in audio only on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts. You'll be able to download and listen to it while you're in the gym, while you're getting on your workout, while you're doing all the different things that you enjoy doing. We want you to know that we are definitely happy to have each and every one of you here on tonight. That are here and those that are coming in. We look forward to conversing with you as well. Let's jump right in with, of course, talking about some local stuff. The New York Knicks last night defeated the Denver Nuggets last night in a huge rout fashion. The Knicks scored the most points that they've scored in a very long time, putting up 145 points last night on the Dallas Mavericks in a 145 to 118 win, a 145 to 118 win over the Dallas Mavericks. And I was absolutely blown away by that Nick effort last night. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. There's definitely a lot we need to talk about. Getting out of a heated discussion that we've been having all day in the chat with Keisha regarding some things that we're going to discuss with you as well. So y'all want to join? Y'all going to want to join in this. We got a lot to really unpack today. Today is going to be more of a different kind of show. We're not going to be talking so much Nick stuff, but a lot of different things we're going to be talking about. Bishop L is with us with the do-rag on today. Again, like, share, tag, and comment.
Thanks.
Let's get the algorithm moving.
It's
Bishop L.
Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, I know
Your,
you about to get in the cook mode.
cover your head when you cooking. You prepping food. Cover your head.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right, sir.
Cover your head. I'm in there cutting greens right now.
Listen, I understand. Listen, we haven't started in my house yet. We starting first thing tomorrow.
Well,
Today we're finishing up the shopping portion of it. Just getting the last little bit of everything. Then I got to go make airport runs to pick up my mother and my mother-in-law tomorrow. Just a lot going on. Different people coming by the house, so it's that time of the year. But we didn't want to go on this little mini vacation without seeing y'all. Go ahead, Bishop.
we got Christmas started at the Butler house before we got Thanksgiving started.
Oh, bro, the tree is up in my living room too. I just didn't even. I'm just in my office, so I can't even. But I'm gonna take a picture of the tree and put it on the page. But yeah, the tree is up.
The tree is up.
Honestly, against my wishes, personally, I said, can we at least get through Thanksgiving? And I got outvoted by the women in my house. And, between Charmaine and my daughters, they were like, no, the tree goes up now. And I'm like,
The tree goes up, man. It's
DJ
time.
didn't help me out. He was like, he don't care. So,
Listen, the tree is up at Rockefeller Center. That's how Christmas starts for me when that tree arrives in Manhattan.
okay.
When that tree arrives in Manhattan, it starts. So when that tree arrives in Manhattan, I take my tree out because this is an artificial tree.
Of course.
And I start pulling the branches apart. It's been down for 365 days. Start fluffing the tree. Pull the branches out.
You got to fluff the tree. Absolutely.
And then
absolutely.
We go shop for the decorations. And once we decide on the color, which was a really nice color, we did like a brown and pale gold. It's crazy. And we start decorating it. And yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
Listen, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at nobody who got their tree up now. As we get ready to get into the conversation on today. Again, like, share, tag, and comment. Again, Knicks win last night, 145-118. A 40 ball for OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, over the course of the last 10 games of this season, has turned into prime Kawhi Leonard. Like, on both sides of the ball. He's turned into prime Kawhi Leonard. I'm like, what just happened? Like, his offensive bag has gotten... I mean... We always said he had a bag, but he never got a chance to showcase it. Now with teams keying on Brunson and Cat and the Knicks playing that 5 out, it is letting OG just go to work. And OG is really a tough cover one-on-one. He moves so well without the ball. He can get to the basket almost at will. His instincts on cutting to the basket are amazing. I can't tell you how many easy baskets he gets, either from a turnover from one of his steals or from the fact just him cutting to the right place at the right time as a player is developing someplace else. OG, the people thought he was just going to be a stand in the corner three-point shooter. He is not that. He is an offensive weapon.
I agree with you, D. And now I want to hear from all of those people who hated the trade last year, i.e. David Wright.
David was in the chat today, but I'm waiting for him to come on here. I'm waiting for him to come on here.
Hated that trade last year.
Oh, he is a big RJ Barrett guy. Listen, I was a big RJ Barrett guy. You know that. It hurt me when it happened. But I understood
and I
that.
said to y'all, I was in the. I remember exactly where I was when that trade happened. I was in the studio, and that trade hit, and I said to y'all, "This is a good trade for us. This is a good one." RJ was starting to fall by the wayside with the Knicks. I don't know what was going on with him, but he was not being what we thought he could be. Let's just keep it 100, especially when you don't play against Boston because you got a headache.
Yeah, you were mad about that from the beginning. You really were. You was upset about that
No,
from jump.
you
You
don't get
were
to do
really
that.
upset about that
You
from
know,
jump.
now, of course, with that trade, just like with this last trade that we experienced, you don't want to lose quickly.
No,
You
no.
don't want to lose quickly.
But
But
now he's been injured and
he's been
hasn't
injured.
really been playing.
Yeah, so the OG is looking real good, and like I said in our chat earlier, because Davey said this has got to be the best offensive team the Knicks have had in a long time, and I
In a very
say,
long time.
yeah, they could put up 140 points, but if you don't play D, somebody's going to put up 141.
Absolutely true.
You got to
Absolutely
play
true.
D at the perimeter, or we're going to be in a shootout every game.
I mean,
And
buckets are great, but you got to get stops.
Jalen doesn't play the kind of basketball that will allow us to go bucket for bucket with people. Because listen, fast offense can't be stopped by no defense. No defense can stop a fast offense. None whatsoever. But the way Jalen brings up that ball, he slows the defense down or don't pass the ball. And so defenses have enough time to set up their defensive schemes. And with us, they coming down, they running, and they shooting that three, which we need to talk about this whole the way the 3-ball game has turned out to be. Like, yo, this.
Well, I'm glad you did that. B.J. Armstrong, NBA veteran and former Chicago Bull, now turned super agent. B.J. Armstrong had some very interesting things to say on a podcast. I'm going to play the clip for y'all in just a moment. We're going to talk about what B.J. had to say with regards to where the NBA is now in terms of the style of play, and quite honestly, how much, in his own estimation, he hates it. We're gonna take a look at that clip. It's on Instagram for those of you who want to look at it, and that's gonna be one of the conversations that we have on today. I'm sorry, I had to have that drop the mic moment in the group chat before I
I love it.
before I came live.
I love it.
For those of y'all that are watching live, there's been a discussion in the group chat today. I'm not going to play the clip because, and you know what? Let me just go ahead and go there now. I'm not going to play the clip. I'm not going to play it. The clip's just too long. The Stephen A. thing is like 3 minutes long. The clip itself is just too long. Stephen A. on his own personal The Stephen A. Smith Show podcast actually talked about the contrast between the way the LeBron James, Bronny James thing was handled versus how Cayenne and Carmelo Anthony, how Carmelo Anthony handled how Carmelo and Lala handled the Cayenne Anthony decision on where to go to college.
It was deliberate.
Absolutely.
It was deliberate.
And he said that Melo's on record as saying that. And in the clip, which if you get a chance, you can check it out. It's on YouTube. You can check out the clip. Stephen A. Smith basically says that, basically that LeBron has caused a lot of the unnecessary scrutiny and, quite honestly, unfair scrutiny that Bronny has gotten. And I'm going to be on record, Keisha, if you're watching, the unfair scrutiny that Bronny has gotten. I say unfair because I'm not putting it on him. Although, and I know how L feels about this. But again, because I've been talking about being objective all day. So being objective, I can't put it on the kid because, number one, he wasn't the one doing the talking. He wasn't the one that was being pushed. He was the one who was being pushed. He wasn't the one doing the pushing to go into the league right now. That was not him. This has all been the posturing of his father and his uncle, Super Agent Rich Paul, and Jeannie Buss in the Laker organization. This has been all of the powers that be around him. And it put a kid who, as we have seen so far, is not quite NBA ready. According to the stats, again, objective things like
Not
numbers, according to the
ready.
Stats, he's not G League ready.
He's not ready.
He's not even.
Period.
So he's not NBA ready. According to the stats, in the ranking of 336 G League players, he is currently ranked 330th out of 336 G League players. He's not NBA ready. He's not G League ready. And people are in an uproar because and calling it, yeah, I'm gonna call it out and calling it hate or
Keisha.
or people being haters because they're pointing out the facts. The facts are in the small sample size that we've had, LeBron James Jr. has not been good. He hasn't. I mean, and Keisha loves to say, "Oh, well, I wasn't expecting him to come out and average 12 to 14 and 15 points." Well, here's the problem with that. His father made it seem, as Bishop J. Mack joins us, his father made it seem in locker rooms last year before the draft that his son was going to come in the league and cook people. Let's go find those clips. And so when you make statements like that, you put a target on the back of a kid who is 19 years old and trying to become a man and find his footing. By contrast, Carmelo Anthony has deliberately done nothing but, watch this, be a father. He's at all of Cayenne's games. He's there to support him. He allows him to play with his teams and his AAU teams. He made sure he was in the best school in Long Island. He made sure that he moved his kid back to the East Coast so he could play in arguably what is the best city for high school basketball, in my opinion, New York City. And I'm biased because I played high school basketball in New York City. L played high school basketball in New York City. You want to play high school basketball? You a top prospect. You play it in New York. So he moved his son back to New York to play in the best city to be there, and he did it silently. He enrolled him at Christ the King, and when he found that the competition in the CHSAA was tough but not tough enough, he moved them out to Long Island to Our Savior Lutheran. Quietly. He just simply did what it took to set up his son for success and development. All the while, when they would ask him questions about Cayenne, Carmelo's answers were, "I want him to be the best man that he can be."
And is Cayenne a senior this year?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is class of 2025.
Okay.
And he is committed to Syracuse University. And Keisha said something in the chat, and I'm going to address it publicly as well, just so that y'all know who are watching. She did say to me in the chat, "Oh, do you think that he didn't know that his son was going?" He went out of his way to make sure he didn't know. Auburn is the number 2 team in the country. I don't know about you. If I'm a top 30 prospect and I'm getting recruited by a team that's got a shot at the Final Four next year, I'm seriously considering that. Dad, I don't care where you went to school. I'm going to Auburn.
And they've given Cayenne a measure of autonomy when it comes to his basketball career.
Absolutely.
They've given him that. So much to the point where Melo is on record as saying, "Yo, this dude be playing in tournaments and I don't even know where he be at."
Right. Yes, I saw that interview as well.
Right. He was like
7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Yep.
He said, "Yo, I'm in Paris." He said, I'm in Paris at the Olympics. I'm looking for my son." And he's like, "Oh, I'm on the plane. I gotta go. I'm headed back to the States because I'm going to play in this tournament." And he like, "Yo, what you doing out there? Like in areas in neighborhoods that ain't necessarily safe."
But he wants to play against the best competition in the world.
He's giving his son the autonomy to be the basketball player that he feels he's capable of being. And I think Carmelo is the GOAT for that. To me, in my opinion, he's the GOAT for that. He never pressed Syracuse on. I watched the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn joint where Cayenne made his announcement. And no Carmelo knew anything about it
until he made the decision. And that's why Carmelo was emotional at the press conference afterwards when they announced it to the world, and Carmelo got choked up.
Yeah. But you got people like Key who,
because there are LeBron James apologists, and it's not just Keisha, because her take represents a huge sector of LeBron James fans. LeBron James is y'all Jesus. He can do absolutely no wrong. He is the savior divine. There's an aura and a glow around him for y'all. And quite honestly, if I can be honest, it's sickening. Let me be clear. I'm not saying nothing bad about LeBron. I don't have a problem with him. But it's sickening to watch people fan out over somebody as if he can't make a bad decision.
They're
As
like
if
Trump supporters.
Right, exactly. Y'all are y'all are basketball MAGA supporters.
They like Trump supporters. They are a combination hybrid of Trump supporters and Beehive.
Right. The beehive. That is perfect. That is a perfect analogy.
That's bad.
Welcome in Bishop J Mac to the show.
What that means, Jay, is they're crazy.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I just said
They're
that's
crazy.
bad.
Like they are completely and totally oblivious to the facts.
They're not oblivious to the facts. They just deny
Negligent of the
they
facts.
just deny them frivolously. And it's like, are you really serious about this? Like you really gonna just ignore the facts? Most of their argument is based on emotion. You can't argue with a LeBron fan because they're never going to use facts. It's going to always be based on how I feel.
And do you notice?
Yeah.
Do you notice that every argument about LeBron, every single argument about LeBron, the LeBron fan will always bring up Michael Jordan.
Every single time.
Every single time.
And I'm like, that's not the barometer you want to go with.
They will either always bring up Michael Jordan or they
Kobe.
will say something negative about the Knicks.
Yeah, right. That's their go-to. And, I don't know if y'all remember this. Well, I know y'all do. I don't even know why I'm saying this. But I remember when Vince Carter was in his prime. Who would they compare Vince Carter to?
Michael Jordan.
These LeBron maniacs out here
LeBron maniacs
would never know that.
LeBroniacs.
That's what I wanted to say. Thank you. I wanted to say LeBroniacs out here don't even understand that everybody that they think is great, they always try to compare to Michael Jordan. They even compare Vince to Michael Jordan. Vince Carter was always constantly being compared to Jordan.
All the time.
And all the time. And every time there's a player that they think is great, they put him up there.
They compared Antoine Jameson.
They compared Jameson.
They compared Harold Miner.
What was his nickname, guys?
Baby Jordan.
Baby Jordan.
So you think what my point is, y'all LeBroniacs, y'all think y'all the first ones to do this? There's been many before LeBron that have been compared to Michael Jordan. Many. And they don't compare. Why are you trying to compare these people to Michael Jordan?
Listen, and here's my thing. I don't care if LeBron is your GOAT. That's your that's your opinion. That's especially if you're younger, that millennial group who really didn't get a chance to see Michael Jordan live as those of us who are Gen X did. And I respect it. I respect your take. I disagree, but I respect your take because I'm just being honest, but I respect it.
Let me say this. Let me be on record. Let me be on record for saying this. Let me be on. I gotta figure out Let me be on record for saying this. One, because as a Knicks fan, as a lifelong Knicks fan, I had major issues with Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Absolutely.
I mean, there were times where I actually imagined him being assassinated outside the garden.
Okay, that's a bit sick, bro. That's a bit, little nuts. Little nuts. It's a little crazy.
All right. I mean,
it's a little bit. Just
I'm a Knicks fan.
It's a little dark.
I'm okay. So I'm thinking about Charles Smith right now with the.
Now he should have been assassinated, but that's a different conversation.
I'm thinking about Jordan dropping 55, and instead of him taking the winning shot, dumping it down to Luke Longley.
Bill Winnington. That was Bill Winnington.
I'm thinking about
Bill
the 55 he dropped on the Knicks in the playoffs in Chicago when they were down, when they were up 2-0. We talk about that Charles Smith game.
Memorial Day Monday.
Memorial Day Monday,
I will
bro.
never forget it. I was watching that game at Archbishop George Shorts' house because I was at a cookout. My godfather. I watching the game there because he was having a cookout, and I was pissed off.
Bro, Memorial Day Monday. That's the one that's everybody talks about the Charles Smith game. But Memorial Day Monday is what turned the series. When they come back to Chicago and he drops a double nickel on Memorial Day. That's the game that changes the series.
It's the series because they won the next 3 after that.
They won the next 4.
They won 4 because the Knicks were up 2-0.
They were up 2-0. They won the next 4.
And they were looking like the Knicks were looking like they were going to sweep the Bulls.
Yeah,
like
and
the Bulls looked bad the first 2 games of that series.
So
especially in the fourth quarter, Jordan could hit the side of a barn in the Garden those first 2 games.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this, and I love Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan is a GOAT to me. I'm as a basketball fan.
That's fair.
As a basketball fan, I have to open up my basketball knowledge to. I can't just limit it to the era in which I played, because I think that has been the mistake of a lot of us. When I was playing, I was imagining to be Michael Jordan. When I was playing, I was wearing Jordans, da 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 da. I think those of us who are basketball fans have to open up our mind to basketball as a whole for the amount of time we have enjoyed the game.
Yes, Kevin Darnell Lewis Sr. Yes, that was game 2 is John Starks' dunk, and after that the series went downhill.
It was over. It was over. It was over.
The amount of time that we have enjoyed the game. Now, here's the amount of time that I've enjoyed the game. The very first time I ever went to a basketball game live, it was to see Bernard King versus Julius Erving.
The King of New York, baby.
Oh, mine was Bernard King against Dominique Wilkins.
Okay. I saw Bernard King versus Julius Erving.
Knicks Hawks. I'll never forget that. That was my first trip to the Garden.
I saw some things in that game I never ever thought I would ever see in my life.
I believe you.
The best mid-range scorer ever to me, Bernard King.
So now you thinking, because I want to say that's like 83, 84, right?
Yeah, it's about there.
Yeah, because that's the year before they draft, like right before what
they drafted Ewing and right before Bernard got hurt.
Right. Now, this is what I see as a young kid. This is freaking greatness to me. Then you get Mike Jordan. And Mike took a little time in the NBA to really become he became the NBA. He took a little time because even while Mike was,
remember, they wanted to change the logo from Jerry West to the Jumpman.
Yeah. They were considered it was under strong consideration.
Yeah. And Jordan is the one who shot it down. Like, we're not doing that.
So it might happen when he dies, but
yeah, that might be the only way because he doesn't want it.
He don't want it. As a fact, he never even considers himself the GOAT.
But the reason why they won't do it too, because then you're giving Jumpman and Nike a monopoly on the league and on sneakers. I mean, you're basically saying, here's the money.
Here's the money.
And the Jumpman is already on the uniform anyway.
It's global. I know that. But if you make it the red, white, and blue logo of the NBA.
There she is, y'all, in her Laker jersey. Go ahead, J-Mac. Continue.
No, let me finish. So
I made it. No. I made it just in time. Just in time. I know that my name was brought up, so I'm here to talk about it. We still talking about Bronny and the Lakers? We still talking
we
about
weren't. Actually, we weren't.
Shut her mic off.
Well,
Shut
we're
her
going
mic off.
back. Where we're going back?
Shut her mic
No,
off.
since you're late, you're gonna get in where you fit in, and
Exactly.
we'll double back to that when we double back to it.
Exactly.
L was in the middle of making a point, so he go finish his point. Go
He
ahead,
ain't
Bishop
got
L.
no point. What point he got? What
The
point
one that
gonna
he's
make?
making right now. Go ahead, Bishop
Okay,
L.
go ahead. Take your 10 minutes. Go ahead. Hurry up.
After seeing Mike, after seeing Bernard and Julius, then seeing Mike, that's another level of greatness. I'm on record. This is what I'm saying on record. After Mike, then you get this long stretch of time with Kobe. And what I don't understand about all of these basketball fans or so-called basketball fans, how you jump past Kobe Bryant to now say LeBron. And I'm not saying that LeBron is a force. Let me just, like, the dude is a force. We don't like some of the stuff he's done off the court, okay. But I really could care less about the stuff he does off the court. He is a basketball player, that's what he is to me. And he is a force. I don't understand why we jump past Kobe. I say all that to say this. Ain't nobody hating on LeBron. You can't hate on LeBron and be a basketball fan. It's a conundrum.
True.
It's a conflict.
True.
You cannot hate on LeBron and be a solid, sure enough basketball fan. If you are, then you don't know what the heck you're talking about.
That's how I feel. I agree. Yeah.
You don't know what the heck you're talking about. You don't understand the game. You don't understand the sport. You don't understand the science of it. You don't understand the evolution of it. You don't understand the season it's in. You don't understand the culture that it's in. If you hate LeBron as a basketball player, then to me, you are an illiterate basketball fan.
You're worse than a casual.
And that's how we feel, because that's all we see.
No, that's not what.
Let me just say this. Who do you know? Who do you know? I mean, let me go back. Bishop McCann.
Can I finish what I'm saying, though, Key? Because I'm gonna help you.
I'm gonna
help you. I'm gonna help you.
Agree, Kevin Lewis. He is a freak of nature.
He's a freak of nature.
Absolutely.
Hold on, Key.
Bishop
Let me
McCann.
finish. The reason why LeBron fans see what they see is because here's the thing. Everybody wants to say LeBron is the GOAT. I never said he is the GOAT. LeBron might be a GOAT, a greatest of a time, but he's not the GOAT, the greatest of all time. The problem is that y'all people, you LeBroniacs, y'all put
shout
him
out to
on
Bishop
this
J Mac.
Y'all put him on this pedestal. He's the greatest of all time, but you never see the same winning shots. You never see the same clutch gene. The clutch gene is what makes everybody say LeBron fans is nuts. The clutch gene.
According to you.
According
to you.
According to the numbers, Keisha. According to the numbers.
Hold on.
So do me a favor.
Let me go back.
No. I want you to name the clutch moments of LeBron James. Go.
Let me go back. Let me touch on this.
This is some good pie, y'all.
Bishop McCann put in something in the chat, didn't he? When you mentioned something about how we jump over Kobe and we jump over to LeBron James, what you put in the chat, Bishop McCann? What was the video that you put in the chat?
Remind me.
Oh, now we need a reminder. Bishop McCann put a video in the chat talking about how people looked at Kobe in a certain way because of the fact of how LeBron James was in the league and how he played when Kobe was in the league. Kobe was not on the level as LeBron James when he came in the league, and they played at the same time. So when LeBron James didn't come in the league on fire when he came into the league, Kobe was hitting those same numbers.
Keisha.
Hold on.
Wait, I'm about to help you if you let me.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna help you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna help your argument.
Oh, now we remember. Go ahead.
No, I'm help.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
This is LeBroniac behavior.
I'm listening.
LeBroniac behavior.
Finish what you're saying.
Keisha, I'm trying to help your argument. If you let me, I'm going to give you a stat. I'm going to give you an alley-oop right now.
Go
No,
ahead.
Kevin Darnell Lewis, I can't
The
imagine J.J. Barea locking up Michael Jordan or Kobe Bean
the
Bryant.
the
But I seen him
the,
lock up LeBron.
wait. Let me. I'm giving Keisha a layup here.
I saw
The
him lock
career
up. I
numbers
And
saw
we
of.
saw you do a
he did
layup too.
this
It
to
didn't go too
LeBron.
well, did
He
it?
did
Let me
this to
fit.
LeBron.
It didn't
Oh,
go
no, no,
too
no,
well,
no, no,
did it?
no, no, no. We're not going to do that. You're making it personal.
I
Let
ain't
me.
making it personal.
No, and
He called my name.
this is what we
He,
talked
Key,
about in the chat. This is
Keisha,
what we talked
literally
about in
called
the
my name.
chat.
Y'all
This is
literally was just talking about the fans and talking about me on the
Keisha,
podcast.
we were
can I
right.
help
We were
you?
talking about
Are you gonna let
you
me
in the
help you?
context of
D-Lo's
basketball.
talking to me. He's interrupting me. Go
Keisha,
ahead,
are you
Mr.
gonna let me
McCann.
help you?
Go ahead, Mr. McCann.
I'm gonna give you a stat that you can even Google right now.
Go ahead,
I'm
Mr.
gonna give you a
McCann.
stat.
Go ahead.
LeBron's career numbers against Kobe Bryant head to head is 16-6 in favor of LeBron. I'm giving you that. 16-6 career numbers. They never played in the playoffs because the year that Kobe was supposed to get there, they got bumped. That's what the league wanted. They wanted LeBron and Kobe that year. I forgot which year it is, but Kobe they got bumped.
I think that was like his next to last year.
Right. They were looking for that, and Kobe couldn't make it. LeBron did. But career numbers, I'm giving you this key, is 16-6. LeBron won 16 games, Kobe 6. Three of
So,
those wins, and 3 of those wins are with Shaq.
so let me ask you, how and why is it a problem that people overlook Kobe and jump right to LeBron? I want to ask you, Butler, why? 'Cause
Championships.
let me just.
Championships.
But
I'm
he
telling
doesn't
you
have
why.
the most. He does not have the most championships, though.
He's
If
got
we're
more
going
than
based upon rings,
he's got more than Braun.
are
That's
we
the
going?
error.
But see, here's my argument. I don't understand how we can go based upon rings, and neither Michael Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron got the most rings in the league. Neither one of
I
them.
I get that, but it's the fact that Jordan is 6-0 with 6 Finals MVPs every finals he's gone to. That's the mountain you have to overcome. 6-0 with
Even
six
yeah,
MVPs.
even Bill Russell is not undefeated in the finals,
Right. That's the
and
that's the
he's got 11, but he's not
That's the
undefeated.
golden.
So
That's the
why?
golden. That's the golden ticket key.
So what?
It's the
So
fact. Wait.
Of
It's
anybody
because
with
he's
four
six.
wins, or more, with 4 finals appearances or more, Michael Jordan is the only person that remains undefeated of
And
anybody who has 4 finals appearances or more.
so here's my thing.
all 6 finals, he's the MVP. Nobody can say that. Not anybody. That's
So,
the problem.
but here's my thing. Nobody never said. Bishop McCann, you can vouch for this because we speak about this very often before I even came on the podcast. I always admire Michael Jordan. I always said that those are two different eras. Always said that. Two different eras. Even though I look at LeBron James as my one, but those are two different eras. We personally, quote unquote, LeBron James fans, as y'all stated, we
LeBroniacs.
LeBron James fans, the crazy ones, everything in the book that
LeBroniacs.
y'all supposedly say,
That is the phrase that
psycho,
we have come
the
up with for you.
beehives, all
LeBroniacs.
all the
Yes.
things that y'all have mentioned about us, whatever case may be. Nobody doesn't sit there and go after and attack Jordan as much as y'all do. Y'all sit there and y'all come at us all the time.
Not true. Not true. And Keisha, you know that's not
Yeah.
true because no, you are on NBA TikTok as much as I am because you and I send videos back and forth. When I tell you LeBron fans attack Jordan and the entire 90s era, in fact, there was a whole hashtag running around on TikTok talking about we're done with the 90s. Nobody provoked that. That was LeBron fans who started that because people have a difference of thought over the GOAT debate. That's not attacking.
D-Lo.
A whole movement was started to attack Jordan and the 90s by LeBron fans, bro. Come on.
Because you know why? Let me
No.
tell you this.
You're not gonna. No. You can't.
Sorry.
sorry. No, I can't hear you right now because you do this constantly, Keisha. You twist the narrative.
No, I'm not twisting
No,
the
but
narrative.
you
I'm
just
not
said
twisting the narrative.
you just
No,
said
I'm
it
not
doesn't
twisting the
happen,
narrative.
and now
I'm
you're
not twisting
now
the
you're saying,
narrative.
well, this is why it happens. No,
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 I'm
no.
not twisting
You're
the
gonna stand
narrative.
10 toes down. You said it
Because
doesn't happen. I just gave you fact
definitely
that it
standing
does
10 toes
happen.
down. I'm definitely standing 10 toes down. Which
And
is
you
the reason why I
wrong.
didn't go where I
And
wanted
you
to go when I'm here on
wrong.
the podcast.
You
So I'm
standing 10
actually here
toes
standing
down
10 toes
wrong.
down.
You
Here's
standing
my
10 toes down
D'Lo.
wrong.
Y'all,
Your feet
Michael
got
Jordan
corns and
fans,
bunions right now.
y'all
That's
have
how
a
down
hard
your toes are.
I literally had a conversation with a Knicks fan the other day. With a Knicks fan the other day.
The
Don't make
And
fandom
this
one
has
of
about
the
the
nothing
things,
to
Knicks.
do with it.
Don't make this
and what,
about the
Right.
Knicks.
That
y'all
don't
not
have
gonna let me
nothing to
finish?
do with
Y'all
it.
not gonna. This is what I'm talking about.
No,
Y'all
this
not
is what
gonna
I'm
let me finish
talking
talking
about.
the
This
Knicks
is what
until
you
it
do.
shakes
Stay
it.
on
What does that have
task.
to do
The
with the Knicks?
conversation
Y'all not
is the
letting me
GOAT
finish?
debate.
Yo,
Y'all
The
not letting me
conversation is the
finish?
GOAT debate.
Y'all
It's
not
not
gonna
about
let
the
me
Knicks.
finish?
It's not about Knicks fans. It's not about
always,
nobody else. This
Y'all
is
not
Jordan,
gonna let me
Kobe,
finish.
LeBron. No, because you're bringing in irrelevant stuff.
No, because you don't even know what I'm about to say. You don't even know what I'm about
So
to
then
say.
why preface it with the fact that you spoke to a Knicks fan?
Okay,
What was the point
I
of that?
spoke to someone. I spoke to an individual. There it is. Okay, I spoke to an individual.
Okay.
And the individual, me and him was having a conversation pertaining to the whole situation about Jordan and Michael. I mean Jordan and LeBron. And one of the things, and he's older. He's around your age. And one of the things he said was that Michael Jordan fans has a hard time to admit and to see that somebody else did something that Michael Jordan did not. And that's coming from a man that seasoned just like y'all, that seen Michael Jordan play, that's a big Michael Jordan fan just like y'all, and
Nope,
that's
nope,
a
nope,
hard
stop.
thing to say.
I am on record as saying I am not a Michael Jordan fan. I am a Knicks fan, so I can't be a Michael Jordan fan. I respect Michael Jordan. See,
Okay.
these are the things, because Keisha, these are not things
Okay.
that. See, this is the thing. You're.
Okay.
This is the stuff we said in the chat earlier. You're being a typical girl. You're not listening.
I am
Because,
a girl.
No, you're.
Thank
But,
you.
right,
I
but
am a girl.
but
That
on
is
the,
what
but
it
on
is.
But
this
Keisha, we already
podcast, you need.
established that that's not a good thing.
But on
I
this
appreciate
podcast,
that.
we
Act
need
like
you
a
to
woman,
be.
think like a
I
man.
appreciate that.
We
I
need
am
you
a
to have,
girl.
and you're a wonderful girl, but understand
I
that
appreciate
your
that.
femininity is getting in the way of your objectivity
No,
right
it's
now.
not.
Yes,
No,
it
Act
it's
like
not.
a
is.
woman,
No, it's
think like a
not.
man,
No, it's
Yes,
Keith.
it
not because
is.
you
Your
guys want
femininity
somebody.
is in the way of your
No,
objectivity.
it's not because
It
you
is.
guys want somebody to sit there and say, you know what, you're right, man, I was wrong. It's not about that. I'm standing 10 toes down, just the same way I stand 10 toes down about JJ. Y'all literally got on this podcast. Y'all talked about JJ was gonna suck. Y'all said it was gonna be a freaking mess over there in the Lakers, and I said, no, it's
Absolutely.
not.
And
I,
and
and I
and
said,
we
no, it's
and
not.
we
And
all
I
came
stood
back and
10
gave
toes
JJ his
down.
props.
And I stood
And we
10
all
toes
came
down
back
in
and gave
regards to that.
JJ his
In
props.
regards to that, and I'm still standing 10 toes down in regards to what I'm saying right now.
And
Ain't
we
nothing
all
changing.
came back and gave JJ
And
his
that-
props.
as you
Why
should.
is it
As you
impossible?
should.
Why is it impossible?
As you should.
Because we're objective. Why is it impossible for you to then take your GOAT
Because you're
and look at the
objective,
things
or
that he's done that have
because
not
you're
panned out well?
objective?
No, listen. The things that have not panned out well, you look for excuses rather than saying, you know what, that didn't go well.
D-Lo, because there's nothing. First and foremost,
There's a lot. There's a
there's
lot
nothing
throughout that
wrong. There
throughout
is
that first
literally
ballot
nothing
Hall
wrong.
of Fame
D-Lo,
career that LeBron
wait.
James has had. There have been many missteps. There
So,
was the
D-Lo,
but
do we
you
have
can't
to-
admit any
Can
of that.
Can I say something? Can I say something, please?
You've been saying a lot, but you've been
D-Lo,
talking loud and not
do
saying
you
nothing.
D-Lo, do you really honestly feel that every time that LeBron James does a mistake that we have to come and let you know? Do you
It's
really
not
feel
about
that
letting me.
way?
It's not about letting me know. It's about we are sports commentators. We're a part of new media. This is what we do. So when we have a conversation, no, listen. When we have a conversation about what we're doing, there is a responsibility we have to take the good with the bad. That is what objectivity is about.
So,
It's
D-Lo,
not about
here's
fanning
my
out.
thing.
I am the biggest orange and blue Knick fan there is.
We know.
I buy a new swing
know.
man every year with the City Edition jersey. Every single year I spend $150 on a Knicks jersey. I go to Madison Square Garden every year on Christmas Day to watch the Knicks play because
That's
I
amazing.
love that team. But when the Knicks are bad, I call it out because I'm objective.
So
You
that is
and your fans
that
of
is you,
you
D-Lo.
and no.
That is you. Just let me tell you something.
That is me, and I'm gonna call out anybody who
D-Lo,
does not do
because I don't
objectivity
agree-
because I
because
can't.
I do
This is not about agreement. You don't have to agree.
Can I say
Facts are
something?
facts.
He
Can I
didn't
say
do-
something?
But
Can I
what
say
is- Okay,
something?
so no. Hold on,
Facts
brother.
are facts.
Hold on. everyone keeps talking about facts or facts, right? So the facts is that what LeBron James did nepotism, right? That's the facts. That's what we're talking about when it comes to Bronny. That's what he did.
No, I
Nepotism?
think no, Key. I think
And
we're
no,
past
I
the
just want to know what is
Key.
the fact.
Okay, I'm giving
Yes,
Key,
the
we're
facts are there was nepotism involved.
Okay,
We
okay.
also agree
Okay,
that
and I
nepotism
said
exists
yes,
in every
there is.
part of the world.
And I
We-
said yes, there was. I said nepotism was
Okay,
it.
and we
the next
move
one.
and we
What's the other
move
truth?
past that.
What's the other truth?
But now we're in the conversation of how the decision for LeBron James Jr. to come out after his first year was not a good one, clearly, and at the point to where it seemed like it was something his father was pushing for.
So who told you that?
It's
Who
a
told you?
His
No.
father did the moment he got up on an NBA
Who?
telecast and said, "I
D-Lo.
want to play with my son."
D-Lo.
LeBron,
He said
do we
that
need
he
to pull up
wanted
the interview?
D-Lo.
The moment he says that, it is out in the atmosphere. The
D-Lo.
moment he says that, he is going to make everything in everything in the world possible for what he
D-Lo.
wants to happen.
D-Lo.
Who said that? He
D-Lo.
said it.
D-Lo.
Did he not say it?
D-Lo.
Did he not say
said
it?
that he wanted to play with his son, but you said that he pushed.
Okay,
You
so
said
then,
that he
so
pushed.
then
He pushed.
that,
That's
so
the whole
then
context right there.
he's
You
going
said
to
that
use
he
his
pushed.
considerable
He pushed
influence
his son,
to make
so
that
you mean to tell me
happen.
that his
Can I
son
say
did not have the
something?
desire to play with his father.
And just
You
for what's in the
telling me that?
comments there, I have the same energy for Willie Green, for Jason Hendrickson, for Jesse Moore. I have the same energy for everybody, and I love all of them. But when you wrong, you wrong.
Can I say something?
Did he have the? Do you mean to tell me that he pushed his son to play that? Bronny did not want to play with his father. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm
Okay.
saying that that Bronny wasn't ready to play with his father.
That's your opinion.
That's
That
the
is your
facts. He's
opinion.
averaging 1.6 points a game.
So freaking
He's ranked
good.
330 out of 336 players in the G League. He's not freaking ready.
Do you not know that they draft somebody who's only dropping like 4 points again, and he was like what in the draft? What was he ready at what in the draft?
Yeah, but
So
did that
freaking what?
player's father get on national television in a locker room and say that a year ago that his son could cook half the
So
league?
that makes a difference, D-Lo, because
Yes, it makes a huge difference. LeBron, shut up. LeBron James, shut up. LeBron James, be like Melo. Keep your mouth closed and let the game speak.
All right.
Let the game speak. Stop talking.
Let Butler respond. Let Butler respond.
LeBron did that.
It has everything. That's what I'm talking
Let
about.
Butler
LeBron
respond.
did that. Yes,
Let
it has
Butler
everything.
respond.
I'm gonna
Crazy.
hold on, J Mac. I'm gonna let him talk. But you know what, Keisha, and I want you to hear me good. You're absolutely right. It has everything to do with
tried,
LeBron.
Butler,
You
I
know
tried.
why? Because LeBron won't shut up and play basketball. LeBron has to be the center of attention, and that is absolutely fine. And his play
then what
backs
is
up
the
what he.
argument?
I'm
What are
not
we
done.
talking
His
about?
play backs up
What are
what
we
he does.
talking about?
But when he does something wrong, I'm gonna call it out. Everybody has the right
What
to
did he
call
do
it out.
wrong? What did he
do wrong?
Because
He
had
put his son in a position to be a
Because he did
failure.
nepotism? Because he did nepotism.
Poor
with
Bronny
his son?
I'm gonna go out and say Bronny should probably be on
Because LeBron
suicide
James
watch because
actually
his
said
son,
that-
his father has ruined his career
Because
before it even
LeBron
got
James
started.
said something about his son playing good. That's what you're talking
Because
about. That's what
because
he did
LeBron
wrong?
James
That's
put his
what he did
ego
wrong?
ahead of his son's development.
What he said?
Did you hear me? Because
What
LeBron
he
James
said?
put his ego ahead of his son's development. He put his ego ahead of
D-Lo.
it. He put his desires
D-Lo,
ahead of it.
You clearly have not watched any podcast that LeBron James.
I don't care, but I watch all. I see all the
clearly
podcasts and all the
don't.
clips.
Clearly.
LeBron is a pathological liar.
out.
He has said many things on these podcasts that turned out to not be true. You want me to start pulling those clips too? Because you know I'll do
that
it.
Too. You could do that too, in just the same way that
The reality of the situation is
All right, y'all.
this
We
is not
need.
it.
Can we let Butler ease in here, please? And we'll let y'all get back to.
Go ahead, man.
Let Bishop Butler have his comment.
I'm done talking about this with Keisha because she is a LeBroniac to the point to where she
All
sees
right,
no
let's-
objectivity whatsoever. So I
all
can't
right.
discuss
I'm gonna
basketball
speak
with her.
to
Go
Keisha,
ahead.
I'm gonna speak what I want
Go
to
ahead.
say.
Let's
Because
let
it's
Butler
the truth.
respond, people. Okay, go ahead.
No, what
Go
you're
ahead,
saying
Bishop
is not
Butler.
true.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Go ahead, Bishop Butler.
It's not.
Because of the fact, the only thing that y'all telling me that is
Peace,
true is the
children.
nepotism. Y'all
Peace,
telling me that
children.
no, you
Peace.
telling me that the nepotism is
Peace.
true. Then you telling
Yes!
me about the fact that Bronny is not making that many points. That's what you telling
That-
me is true. That's
Yes!
clear. So what?
Because the facts are the facts.
So freaking what? Who cares if he's not making that many points? Who
who cares? You know who cares? You know who cares? The 330 people that are ahead of him on the totem pole that are in the G League that don't have
Oh, so
NBA
they told
contracts
you and told
because
you.
a draft
They told
spot
you
was
and told
stolen
you?
from them because of
They picked
nepotism.
up the
I'm
phone and
done. Go
told you
ahead,
that.
L.
Good. They picked
Go
up the
ahead,
phone. I didn't
Bishop.
know you
Go
had a
ahead,
special
Bishop.
relationship.
Bishop Butler, you have the floor. Go ahead, sir. Be careful. There's gasoline in the water. Don't light a match.
Not gasoline in the water.
At the end of the
I don't know
day,
how the
Not-
gasoline is.
not
Careful. Careful.
in
There's
the water.
gasoline in the water.
at
Bishop.
the end of the day,
End of the day.
it all boils down to this. LeBron would have done his son a better service had he not pushed for him to be in the league. Key, let's just be real. He pushed for his son to be in the league.
He did not push his son to be league, and you know why I say that? In
Oh
a
my
very
God.
nice, calm voice. I say this in a very nice, calm voice. Okay. He
You
did
gonna let me
not put.
finish first?
He did not push his
You
son
gonna
to
let
be
me
in the
no
league.
no. Are you gonna let me finish first?
No, because you made.
Of
you
course
made a
you're
comment
not,
that I
because-
You gotta let him
agree with.
finish now. You
You
gotta
gonna,
let him
you
finish.
gonna let me finish?
You gotta let
Go
him
ahead.
finish. He
Go
gave
ahead.
you and Bishop D'Lo the floor for the last. We've been sitting here for
He
7
pushed
minutes.
for him to be in
Yeah.
the league. They got on the phone, Key. They got on the phones and manipulated and told people
Nepotism. Yes.
don't draft him.
Rich
Yeah,
Paul
I'm
got
telling
on
They did
TV
the
and
same
told
thing to Austin
everybody,
Reed.
don't
What's
draft
next?
Bronny. We're not going to come to you.
They did
Well,
the
can I
same
say
thing to
Told
this to
Austin
you?
29
Reed.
teams that.
What's next?
But that's not
Can I,
manipulation.
can I say this
They
to
did the
you?
same thing to Austin
Can I
Reed. What's next?
listen,
Go ahead.
listen,
Continue.
listen? But Key,
Yeah.
because you use semantics don't mean that it's not true. And that's what
No.
you're cutting me off again, and that's rude. Don't do it. I'm being serious here. Because you use semantics don't mean that you're right. Nepotism is a form of using your influence to make something happen. That is the definition of nepotism. So, therefore, the getaway to say it is he pushed for it to take place. So, we saying that he pushed, it's the same thing as us saying he used nepotism. Nepotism, push, nepotism, tomato, tomato. It's the
That's
same
not the
thing.
contract deal or lose, but go ahead.
It's the same thing. Okay. What he could have done is say, yo, you know what, son? It ain't about me. I'm concerned about your future. Stay in college another year. At the point that
Stay in college another year at least.
at least at the point that your college career or the season, your first season in college was cut short because of your health condition.
Absolutely.
Let's start there. As a concerned father, if I'm concerned about my child and not concerned about my legacy and what I can accomplish as a player for my future, if I'm concerned about my, because at the end of the day, the priority is being concerned about the child. Nobody is knocking LeBron James for being able to use his influence to get him into the league. Because the truth be told, he could have used that influence 5 years from now, and he would have still gotten the league. That's how much influence LeBron got.
Absolutely true.
That's how much influence any former NBA player has.
Absolutely true.
Any former NBA player,
Yeah, your kid's going to get a look simply because they're your kid.
simply because. And if you got good relationships,
Zaire Wade is terrible, but he got a look because his father is Dwayne Wade.
facts. And if you got good relationships within the league, somebody will take your kid. They will take your kid. They'll gamble on the DNA before they gamble on the analytics.
Patrick Ewing Jr.
Patrick Ewing
Terrible.
Jr., okay,
Awful.
So-
and he won orange and blue.
so
Awful.
So here's my thing, Keith. He would have been better off. If you want to avoid this narrative, first of all, LeBron is a very smart young man, very smart man. LeBron James Sr. He's a smart man. He has built his entire career avoiding scandal, avoiding scrutiny like this. when he came into the league, he was known as an individual with a very tight circle around him where there was no issues in his character whatsoever. He knew how to avoid this. He chose not to. And so because he chose not to, this is where we are. And so the point that we're making while we were talking about Stephen A's clip, yes, he should have taken a page out of Carmelo Anthony's book and said, let me treat my son like this. As a matter of fact, let me give my son some career autonomy. Instead of using nepotism, instead of using my influence, let me give him some autonomy. Because the truth of the matter is, Bronny ain't said nothing yet. But Bronny could be saying at home, yo, this is not working out the way that we thought it would work out. Maybe I should have stayed in college. It ain't like he needed the money. He had a heart condition and was still getting an NIL.
His father's a billionaire.
And his father's a billionaire. But no, here's what they do instead. They push for him or use nepotism or use his influence to get him into the league.
And the Lakers are not innocent in this either.
The Lakers are not innocent.
And I said that. Jeannie Buss, her father is the inventor of Showtime. So
the Lakers are the key. I want to say that I want to just interject that the Lakers aren't innocent either. They had a hand in this too.
We said that in the chat.
They prevent 29.
That's the one thing we all agree on, Keisha.
They prevent.
Amen.
They prevented. Hold on, y'all. They prevented 29 other teams from picking him. That's the first thing they did. They manipulated the draft and got him and made sure that he fell to that Lakers spot. They got him into the Lakers.
And they knew they were going to use a second-round pick because they had already decided they were taking Dalton Connect with that first-round pick.
Exactly.
Great, which was a great pick.
It was a great pick. They got him into a Laker uniform. The Lakers are not that good last year or the year before. And one thing about Laker fans that's different than Knicks fans, them niggas will not show up to the game. They'll go to a Clipper game. And with that new arena that the Clippers got,
it's a nice arena.
Everybody will be transporting over there. So you will see empty seats in the Laker arena. So what you got to do, get him over here. Let's put some butts in the seats because that's what Jeannie Buss is thinking. That's what anybody else on the Laker organization is thinking. That's what the marketing team is thinking. That number 9 jersey it probably sold out. And
sure did.
Ain't nobody mad at that. But then reality sets in.
He got to play.
And he got to play.
He got to play.
And the fans, as much as the fans don't care about gimmicks, the fans care about the game.
And Laker fans, more importantly, and again, I'm just jumping in and out. Laker fans, more importantly, care about championships. They care about championships.
And they really want one now that Boston has taken the lead in their rivalry.
That's
Boston
what they
is now
want.
Up 18-17.
This Bronny stuff, I'm telling you, the average Laker fan does not care about Bronny playing. They don't care. They want a championship.
And any Laker fan that is making a big to-do about it are transported LeBron fans into a Laker jersey.
Right.
That's what they are. And so you get him in the league. Laker fans is not feeling this. Get him off the court. Send him to the G League. You make it even worse now. You send him to the G League, and then you say, oh, he's not playing home games.
That was a road game.
He's not playing away games. Hold on a second now. Wait a minute. Now you're going too far. And so any fan, I don't care if they're a Michael Jordan fan, I don't care if they're a Kobe Bryant fan, I don't care if they're a LeBron James fan, if they are a basketball fan, they have a right to feel like the game is being tainted. It's being tainted.
I'll give you a perfect example, Keith. We even talked about it in the chat. When Kyrie Irving was only playing road games, he was getting killed all over the league. They didn't hold up on him. They destroyed that man to the point he had to get out of New York. He had to leave here because he wasn't playing home games. Now, granted, it was because of that COVID mess with Mayor Adams.
And he refused to take the vaccine. And
Adams said that
if you
I remember.
couldn't do it.
And
couldn't play.
and KD was like, they questioned KD like, yo, you not questioning your boy? Is he serious about winning? So it's not like they just singling out Bronny on this. They did it to Kyrie Irving, and he was, I mean, we talking about Kyrie, NBA champion.
Superstar.
And
First
Kyrie
ballot Hall of
chose-
Famer, probably.
Yeah, they did it for him when he only played half the season. So
and Kyrie chose to not take that vaccine on religious basis.
on religious basis.
Yes, I remember.
And they killed him for it.
Killed
They
him.
killed him for it. What?
And that was his
reason?
personal belief, and they didn't care. They
And
was
they
like,
didn't
yo,
care.
you getting paid millions, get your butt on the court and play.
So
Take
now-
that vaccine.
So now here's my question. What makes Bronny any different than Kyrie?
I don't think nobody looks at Bronny to be any different.
So here's my next
'cause-
question. Here's my next question, and you can answer both of them. Here's my next question. So why is Bronny exempt from the scrutiny?
Exempt from not playing on away games.
No. Any scrutiny
the
about his
scrutiny.
game, off the not
scrutiny.
playing away.
Any other player is getting killed. Why is Bronny? And I'm not just talking about you, Key. All LeBron James fans are trying to make this kid exempt from the scrutiny.
So I just feel like, so here's the thing. I honestly don't think it's just LeBron James fans because of the fact that I speak to other people besides LeBron James fans. And I see that other people are in agreements with me. I don't think it's just LeBron James fans.
Send them the link. Send them the link right now. Send them the link right now and invite them into the show. Because I want to hear what your definition of agreeing with you actually is.
Okay.
Because
No problem.
nobody with a good basketball sense of mind is going to really agree with the way that you're saying. What you are saying is one-sided and almost delusional.
But
You don't want to see. You do not want anybody. Let's just be real. You don't want nobody talking about the James family because for some, I think you might have some kind of relationship to them.
It seems like y'all got a relationship with a lot of other people.
If
too.
somebody,
I know that everybody in the
you
G
see what you're
League.
doing. You see what you're doing because we first of all, we're not biased in any subject.
See what she do, L? See, you see?
I
You
see
see?
it.
You
We're
see?
not biased. We
Yes,
are
y'all
not
are.
biased in any subject. I said
Key,
it
the spin
earlier.
is real. I gotta admit it. The spin
I-
is real.
I said it earlier
The spin is
today.
real.
I said it earlier today. I am aggressively critical of my team. No, I don't say nothing when my team wins. You know
Absolutely.
why? Because I expected them
They're
to
supposed to win.
But when
Oh,
they
that's what I
lose,
said in the chat too.
when
But
they lose,
apparently I'm being a hater.
when they lose, I get at them, and I never.
And I kill, and
No,
you know,
no,
I
Jay- actually-
absolutely kill Tibbs. Y'all
Wait.
know, everybody in here knows I kill Tibbs every chance I get.
Wait, no, Keisha. Actually, what J Max said, go back and read it in the chat. Nobody called you a hater. He
No,
said
he did.
he said you make that statement. He said, and I've never called you a hater.
That's what I
for
said.
that. See what you do. See,
Bishop J Max said to
That's
me
not-
in the chat. He said to me when I said to him when he's like, I'm always throwing out negativity, and that is one of the topics that he said that was negative, and I said that is
Right.
not negative.
Right,
that's
but
the reason
he
why I
said
said
he has
what I
never
said.
called you a hater for your opinion. That's what he said. He said, I've never called. He said, yes, you have done this, but I have never called you a hater for your opinion.
That's what I said.
Key, listen, the Knicks win, they should have won. They lose, I don't know about
They
this trade.
got your-
Oh no,
And that's what I put up. That's what I put up in the
Saturday night.
chat.
Oh my God, they lost to Utah.
I wasn't.
No.
watching the game.
I'm gonna tell you how she do it. I'm gonna tell you how she do it. Did the Knicks lose tonight?
Right.
Right.
Like
As if
so
we don't know
concerned.
that. As if we don't know that. And as we
She's
don't.
so
In the
off
chat
the radar.
In the
I
chat
was
trying to
So
troll
off the
us.
radar.
I
Did the Knicks
literally-
lose? Wow.
Yeah, I
Hold on,
know.
how about this?
Passive,
I got a good
passive
one.
aggressive.
Was
Oh, I
We
got
find
a
out
good
Keisha got
one.
narcissistic tendencies.
Bishop D'Lo, I got a good one. The
Yo.
Knicks lost by 1 point. How can they lose by 1 point to
Bishop McCain,
Chicago?
Keisha,
I
are you a
swear.
narcissist? Is that is that what we dealing with now?
Let's
Are you
retire
a
that
narcissist?
word.
Bishop
That word is
D'Lo.
horrible. Let's
Bishop
retire that,
D'Lo.
please.
Bishop D'Lo. Did y'all, you remember last week? They lost by 1 point to Chicago?
Chicago. Mhm.
Oh my God, by
remember.
1.
So
And-
when
and
is it
can I-
okay for
and
anybody
can I-
to
can I
talk
say
about or bring
something?
anything to the Knicks?
No,
say something
but
to
notice
Courtney?
nobody challenged you for saying that.
Bishop
Hold on.
McCann
They
always
lost.
challenged me.
I
No, he
don't
didn't.
challenge.
Nobody challenged you for that.
Can I
Bishop
say something?
McCann always
Can
I
challenged
challenge
me.
you for your false humility.
Can I
That's
say
what I
something?
challenge.
Come on. Can I say
That's
something?
what I challenge.
Can I say something to Courtney
He
Walker?
challenged me every time I
wanna
make a
say
comment
something.
about the Knicks.
I just want to say something to Courtney Walker. Go back to our past shows. Willie has gotten it on this show
Willie
well.
will get it from any. The
Willie has
energy
gotten
is
it on
kept
this
for
show.
Willie has
anybody.
gotten roasted on this show.
I don't care if it's Willie. I don't care if it's Jason. I don't care if it's Jesse Moore. Everybody gets
They
the same
get it.
energy
If
if
they
your
come
take
on
is
this
off.
show talking,
If
they come on this show talking filth, flawn, filth.
If y'all remember,
they gonna get it.
Very emotional.
I'll go back to last season during our playoff run where Willie
What
was
did
talking
Willie
that
Green
nonsense.
say?
Willie was
He
talking
said
about Brunson not
Brunson
being a
wasn't a
superstar,
superstar.
and I
Right.
lit Willie Green up for about 20 minutes.
He lit him up.
Very
Yes, he
emotional.
did.
Very passionate about that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Because-
and that's okay for me.
But I'm very passionate where it comes to the
Yeah, but we
when
use
the facts
facts,
are
Key.
involved, right? When
But
the facts
Key, we
are
use facts.
But
involved.
listen, but you guys are only state. So here's the thing: you guys are stating facts to things that I said I know. You guys are stating facts to the nepotism. You guys are stating facts in regards to Bronny not playing too well. Nobody never disagreed with you.
Okay, so I
You
get it.
didn't. You didn't.
I get it. No.
You just-
No.
Key-
I get it, J Mac. I get it now. I finally
Key,
get it.
Key,
She
you
knows,
just said,
but she does not
Key,
care.
Wait. Key, you just said who cares? You just said that. You don't
So
remember
here's-
saying that 5 minutes ago?
I said, who cares?
Right,
as
Pierre,
far as
Big Body
why do
Brunson
we
is a
make
super
this
duper
such
star.
a big deal in regards to his process of why he's not. It takes time, Bishop McCann. No, I never stated and said that I didn't see that the fact that he wasn't
Key.
he wasn't good. I never
Key,
said
the
that.
reason why, and we have an Angel Reese appearance.
Wait.
Key, the reason why, again, LeBron, that Bronny's getting this is because of his dad. But you don't want to admit that. He got up on there, he got up on the screen and said that Bronny could cook half the league. You can't insult those dudes that's
He
playing in the
didn't say
NBA
cook
like
after me.
that.
He said what D'Lo said and what I did hear and what I did see when he said it. He said that his son can be half of the players in the league.
He did say yes.
Yes,
That's verbatim.
but
Yes,
that's
that's exactly
disrespectful.
what
But
he said.
but it's disrespectful to
It's
the players that are in the
disrespectful to
league.
those guys in the league.
And then
You know
for
how
you,
much- do you
then
know
for
how
your
much
son
was
to get to
put
the
out
league
on the
and
court?
I
not
want to know.
perf-
Here's what I want to know.
then the son's in the league
what
and not
happened?
performing.
Hold on a second.
Key,
Hold
wait, Butler,
We gotta
hold
move.
on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
I don't wanna get stuck here.
Key, I heard what you said. Yeah, they do talk trash, but that's on the court. LeBron said this in the locker room behind a microphone. That's the
Okay.
difference.
What's the big difference, Bishop McCann?
Because it
What's
wasn't on the
difference,
court.
man?
No. Here's the
It
problem.
wasn't on the court.
Here's
So
the
they gotta
problem.
be playing on the court
Here's-
for them to talk junk?
Here's the problem.
Oh my God.
Here's the problem.
Oh my God.
LeBron got on an NBA court and he ain't do jack. That's the problem. Like I said in the chat earlier, I could see if he was showing flashes. He's not even showing flashes. For your father to make that statement, that's like me getting up saying, you know what? My 5-year-old daughter is a preacher. And she get up there and don't say a word. Then what you gonna do? You're gonna look at me and be like, Butler, what the hell are you talking about? Why would you put your granddaughter in that position? What's wrong with you?
And guess what? You put her in that position. She's open for criticism or objectivity, however
And
you want to
that's
put it,
fine.
like everybody else.
No.
And
It's
that's
not
fine,
fun.
Bishop
It's
McCann.
not
I don't think
fun for
nobody
you.
comes in the league to think that
It's
they're
not
not
fun
going to
for
get
you.
criticized.
You hate it. Bronny can cook anyone right now. He needs more.
Said he can't cook. Said he can't cook.
He needs more polish to his game before.
That's
he can come
fine.
through.
Nobody never said that he didn't need more polish. Nobody never said that.
No. He needs to open up.
You
a
said
sneaker
so
store.
what when we did say it?
I
That's
so
the problem.
Bishop McCann, I'm
He
saying
needs to
so
sell
what in
vintage
regards to Butler
sneakers.
talking about how he should have stayed in college because of the fact that he should have stayed in college because maybe he could have got better before he came into the league. And what my argument was, what if this is who he is, period? Rather, if he was to stay in college for another year or two,
Then he
maybe
doesn't
this
deserve
is
to be
just-
here.
You know what?
Then he doesn't deserve to be here.
Bronny James. Bronny
Because
James.
If this is who he is, then he doesn't deserve to be here.
So let me ask. So I'm gonna ask you a question. All three of y'all. I'm gonna ask you a question. So you mean to tell me, based upon how Bronny is playing, those type of players don't deserve to be in the league?
Correct.
So they
Yes.
Okay. So
Patrick Beverly, who's a better scorer than Bronny, is playing in Tel Aviv because he is not good enough to play in the league right now.
Thank you so much, Pierre. I appreciate that. So let me. So for
Agree
the fact
with what?
so the fact.
Pierre, what you agree with?
So y'all think,
Bro, what you agree with? Pierre said Bronny can't cook anyone right now. He needs more
that's
polish
yeah,
in his
we seen
game.
that.
Yeah, but what is he talking about now that he agree with? Please put it up in the chat.
Pierre, you can't agree with me, because if you agree with me, then Pat Beverly has always been trash.
Right, he can't score. So Frank Ntilikina was a wasted draft pick. Shout out to the horrible years of Phil Jackson. Frank Ntilikina couldn't he couldn't hit the side of a barn shooting the basketball. He lasted in the NBA for a few years because of his defense, because the Knicks couldn't get anybody else. And even on bad Knicks teams, he didn't play.
So
He is now out of the league.
So do you say
he's
that
not
he is
good enough?
Deserving of that opportunity though, because of the fact of how he was?
Correct.
I think that's really hard for us to even say.
I don't think so. You know what? Oh, see, I gotta remember. You're a millennial. You're from the participation trophy era. Cause see, when in the era that I came up, even in AAU, in Sandlot baseball, and high school sports, if you weren't good enough, you didn't play, and you sat on the bench and you took it, or you got cut from the team first day of tryouts. I got cut as a freshman. I thought I was good enough. I got cut as a freshman and got sent to JV. I made sure I was good enough in my sophomore year to make the varsity squad.
Well,
so
I wasn't good enough.
Let me just say 1 second.
They didn't say, "Oh well, he's got potential. We're gonna give him a chance." No, he can't help us now, so he does not get a spot on this team.
So here's my thing, D-Lo. Actually, I went through that process. I wasn't the best in my freshman year. No, I couldn't even barely make a layup. I wasn't the best even in my 10th year, in 10th grade. But
okay.
Pierre,
here's what he agrees with, Keisha. Here's what Pierre agrees with. I agree with the fact that maybe this is who he is, who Bronny is, and another year probably wouldn't have helped him. And that may be true. That absolutely may be true.
And that is what I was saying before. Maybe everybody keeps talking about. We even mentioned this a while ago. We said this before when we talked about Angel Reese. We was like, man, we don't think Angel Reese will go to the league or whatever the case may be. Maybe she should wait because of her performance or whatever the case may be.
She couldn't wait. She had aged out of college. She played 4 years. So it was the league or overseas.
They couldn't redshirt her. She couldn't
redshirt. She couldn't go back to LSU.
No,
it was either the league or over.
She was eligible for a 5th year because.
Oh yeah, she had the COVID year. The COVID year, yeah.
Yeah, so we mentioned that, right? But she did perform. She did great. She's doing great now. Even though I don't like her, but she's doing great, right? But my thing is this.
Whoa! Time out. Wait.
What?
Wait. Can you do me a favor and repeat all of that?
Frame
please?
that. Yeah, put that. Yeah, put it on censor.
Can you repeat all of that, please? It's gonna hurt you.
She don't even remember what she said. She don't even remember.
Why are you covering your
face? Listen, she don't even remember.
Why are you covering your face? Don't cover your face. Pull that cap up. Let us see the beautiful face of yours while you say this all over again.
She ain't beautiful.
Angel Reese.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, L.
Friend be in my inbox. Angel Reese.
Oh, shots fired.
Angel Reese came to the league and she has been really good. She's been doing really great in the league. Even though I'm not a fan of her, but she's been doing really good.
Thank you. That's all we needed. All right, back to our regular schedule.
You should not say negative things about your
Keisha, I'm going to make sure that that's clipped for the clips during the week.
No, you better not. You better not.
And I'm going to put it side by side with Butler's pictures of you and Angel next to each other.
I just want to say this.
With her sister.
For the last
Angel Keish, be nice.
I'm just going to say this for the last time because I know we're going to stay on this topic again.
Justin, don't you start.
However, Justin, leave me alone. I'm not here for it. But what I'm gonna say is that I think that Bronny does. He does have some things that he needs to improve on. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that LeBron doesn't have anything to do with the fact of why he's in the league. I never said anything like that. And you suck. Get off the show, Justin. I never said anything like that.
Shut up
She
to my
said
brother
it,
Justin
Justin. We
Brewer.
all heard it.
We heard
We
it.
all heard it.
Listen, I got it recorded, so I mean,
That's right.
It's recorded. So
We got it on. We got it on video.
I do believe that the process is going to be very slow for him because of the fact of his heart situation and because of the fact that he's in his head. I do believe that. I do believe that he's in his head. I do believe, and I said
Now
it in the
that
chat,
is a take I can absolutely agree with.
I believe that I do.
That
believe,
is the first sense that you've made about this since we started talking about it.
I
Keisha.
said this in the chat.
No, you didn't. You didn't say nothing about him being in his head. You talking
No,
about the
you
heart
didn't.
condition.
No,
you
you
never
didn't.
say
I
anything
do
about being in his
I
head.
do believe that he's in his
I
head, and I do.
I
believe that
100% agree with you on this.
I do believe that
100%
he's
agree.
riding on the coattail of his father, and what he has to do is move away from LeBron and
Woo!
own up to what he needs to do for himself. And once he
Agreed.
gets to that point, and he's
Agreed.
able to do what he needs to do for himself, then it will make sense. But
And I
the
think he'll be
reason
fine if he
why-
can do that. I think
That-
he'll be fine if he can
and
do
I
that.
think he'll be fine, but he has to own it on his own.
Agreed.
LeBron James, as Butler said before, this has nothing to do now about LeBron James. It has everything to do with Bronny. Bronny has to come out and say
Absolutely.
something for himself and own up to what he needs to do for himself. If let's just say that LeBron didn't
I
push
said that in the chat today.
let's say that LeBron James didn't push him and Bronny really wanted to be there, then he has to own that. Then if you want to be there, then tell us why you want to be there. That's on him. But if Bronny doesn't show that, and maybe that's just his performance, then it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Yes,
I'm gonna be
Sam.
honest
Yes,
with
Sam.
you, Key.
Yes, Sam
I don't
Eugenics.
think. I don't. He right now. He don't seem like he want to be there. He seem like he want out.
I think he wants out because of
looks
the fact
very
of the fire
uncomfortable.
that he's getting
Yeah,
from the media.
he
I
looks
think
He
very
looks
can't
so
handle
he
it.
looks so
Looks very-
uncomfortable
I don't
right
think
now.
he can handle it. I don't think he can handle the pressure that's coming from everyone's comment about he's not this, he's not that. That's a lot to digest every single day.
Could any of us handle that pressure?
No, that's what
But
I'm
it
saying.
can't. But it started with his father though.
And that's the issue.
It started with Braun.
And that is the issue. We Keisha, I think we all agree with everything that you just said.
Yes.
Everything.
I've been
Everything.
through this.
But the root of all of this again is not the kid, and that's why I keep saying I want the
I
kid to
cannot-
succeed.
I cannot believe this girl finally made some sense.
After 1 hour and 16 minutes.
What after 3 months? What are you talking about?
I've been
J-Mac?
Well, I'm
saying
just talking
this
about
for the
this moment. I'm just talking about this moment in time, Bishop.
I've been
That's all.
saying this for the longest. It's
Can
been
you
in
give
the
her the
chat.
screen? Give her the screen again
give her
so
the
I
screen
can say
again. Give it
something.
to
Give her the screen again.
Give the screen again.
It's
Okay.
been in the chat. for
Ladies
the
and
longest.
gentlemen that are watching the show, this is what deliverance and conviction looks like.
That delivered.
This is what deliverance and conviction looks like.
She's starting to mature. She about to be 40 in a couple weeks. So
You wearing
goes-
that 23? You got to take off your morning clothes.
Bishop McCann.
Wait, she goes through.
I gave
these
you a compliment.
motions.
What are you talking about?
Where Lady McCann at? Because you've been acting up all night.
What you talking about? You put up your age on your page. You
Just-
said it.
You did say it, Keisha, yourself on your page.
You put it on your page. What you
Just-
want
I
me
did.
to do?
Justin
did.
says, let's be honest, he wanted to stay in college. Can we all agree? He may have. And
I think he did.
I think he
He
did
may
too.
have. He may have.
I mean,
that's
and,
no
and
here or
especially like Keisha said earlier, from the fact that half of his year was taken from him because of the heart scare. So half of the year was taken from him. You didn't get a full year of playing college basketball. So you can't say that you really had the college experience. Again, to compare, I'll use Carmelo Anthony again. He constantly talks about how his intention after leading Syracuse to the national championship was to come back because he loved the college experience. And Jim Boeheim was like, no,
Get out
you
of here.
You get off this campus.
So let me tell you,
You can't
what
come
I
back
like-
here.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, D-Lo,
No,
but
you
let
good.
me tell you about what I loved about what Melo said about Cayenne. What I love what he said that when his time was up in the NBA, he went back to his son. And he went back to his son and
Right.
did what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And did what he said he had to be there for his son because he see what his son was developing into.
Correct.
I think the thing is with LeBron, and that is the reason why I mentioned this in the chat too as well, why this was such a on like this is the thing for him because of the times that he missed. He specified that. He said I could not give my son what I wanted because of the fact that I was always in the NBA.
I get
didn't
it.
give him no time. So I do. Maybe his words should have been a little choosy. Maybe he should have chose
No,
some
no,
different
no,
words.
no. Honestly, Keisha, I respect him saying that
So
because
I think
I
that's
get
the
it.
reason
Because,
why
and I'm
this
sure we can
moment.
all agree, as itinerant preachers who travel, we experience that as well with our children. So if we get Butler, McCants, myself, we got to travel to preach. We miss moments with our children.
You can
We
take that
miss
background down.
important dates and different things. We
Okay.
miss those things. So I respect LeBron for saying that, and I agree with it. But my caveat to that though is then you have to make a decision. Do I believe Carmelo Anthony could still play in the NBA? I absolutely believe that can. But I also believe that he made a choice that it was no longer about him and it's Cayenne's time. So rather than me go chase another bag or go chase another ring or go, Keisha, where you went?
I'm here. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
got a call.
Oh, okay. Or
Just
go in the,
remember, everybody that LeBron came in with is no longer in the league.
yeah. Except for like Al Horford.
That I mean, right. But everybody like Wade, Melo, all those guys. And I remember
Wade, Melo, and Bosh.
I saw
All
an interview
gone.
with Kobe. Kobe said he was playing in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And he looked up at the Raptors and saw Peja Stojakovic's jersey retired. Saw Divac retired.
Right.
Saw Weber retired. He said, "Wait a minute,
Shaq
what the hell
retired.
am I still doing here?"
Right.
But LeBron doesn't look at it that way. LeBron is chasing longevity, and he's trying to stack the deck so nobody will be able to get. Nobody's going to catch this 40,000 point mark.
And I get it.
Nobody's going to catch it.
Yeah,
And
he's in a stat.
No,
Right.
You know who's gonna do it?
All by himself.
You know who's
All by
going to do
himself.
it? I can tell you right now who's going to break that record.
Bryce.
Oh boy, don't be smart. Don't be
Bronny.
smart, Butler.
Stop, man.
You gonna say what you gonna say? Don't be
He
smart.
said
Butler.
Bronny.
I knew he was gonna say that. That's why I knew.
I thought he was gonna say something like Bryce.
No,
Listen.
I knew he was gonna say Bronny.
Bronny is already accomplished. He had a better college career than his father.
That ain't hard to do since his father didn't go to college.
You're such an a-hole.
That's
That's
not
what
hard
you
to
are
do.
right now. I'm being holy. Yeah, that's what you is.
And you are Angel Reese's sister.
Right. That's the insult of the year right now.
Angel Keith.
Real quick, because we haven't done it, in the NBA Emirates Cup action tonight, Bulls leading the Wizards by 19 as they play in the fourth quarter. The Bucks leading the Heat by 3 as they are in the fourth quarter as well. Rockets leading the Timberwolves 70-58 and just underway. Jazz currently leading the Spurs 23-17. Suns and Lakers will be underway in about a half an hour.
Hey,
KD
Bishop
is
D-Lo,
coming
can
back
I?
tonight.
I feel like I want this in-season tournament this year for us, though.
I don't want it. I could care less.
Y'all don't like it?
Because
I mean, I care about winning games.
The NBA championship.
Right. I care about winning games because it
I
counts
want
toward
the
the regular
NBA
season
championship.
records.
I want the NBA championship too, but I kind of got this.
Wait,
feeling
Samuel Jennings said Jason Tatum's son is going to break that record.
right.
Little JT.
Tatum thinks he's gonna break that record.
Minnesota has Pierre. There's apparently there was a heated exchange between some folks in the Minnesota team this past week at the different things that are going on. There's a viral video of a play that happened where Julius Randle waves off Rudy Gobert when he has a guy
We're used to that. We're used to that.
Right.
Jason McCann, come on now.
We are used to that. What are you talking about?
As Nick fans, we were used to seeing that.
We were used to it. ISO Randall. That's what we called him.
I will be the first to say.
Was it a reason for it? Why he did that?
No, there was no reason.
Honestly, in the Gobert case, I mean, honestly, in most of the cases, even as a Knick, but especially in the Gobert case, Gobert had his man pinned under the basket.
Mouse in the house is what we call it.
He's a foot taller than him.
Mouse in the house.
All Julius had to do was throw him a lob toward the rim, and he would have just dunked it on the dude.
I didn't see the whole game to see why Julius would have did that. Maybe Gobert sucked that game.
No.
No, he was right under the basket.
He's right under the basket. Yeah, if Gobert screws that up, then you yell at him. Absolutely.
And then,
but you got to at least try to get him the ball. You got to try to get him the ball.
And then on top of that, Edwards doesn't yell at Randall. He yells at Gobert.
Well, you know,
yeah, because he was in the paint for three
yeah,
seconds.
but he should have yelled at Randall too for not throwing him the ball.
They should have both gotten yelled at.
Didn't throw
Exactly.
You the ball, why you didn't move out the paint though?
But
they should have both got
yelled at both of them.
Should have been both.
Because once Gobert saw he wasn't getting the ball, get out of the paint. Don't ruin the entire possession. Especially in a tie game with seconds to go.
Like I think they still at the time had like 10, 11 seconds left.
Yeah.
And Gobert didn't have to be that petty, but I get it. I understand.
And Randall didn't have to be that petty. Randall, come on, man.
And that's why
you behind the 3-point line. Throw the man the ball.
And that's why J-Max said there's trouble brewing in Minnesota. Because
there is.
You know, and that's the one.
Because Julius.
Well, yes, because this is the one thing I will give Tibbs coach teams.
Yeah.
Tibbs has control of his locker room. Hate it or love it, you will not see players do something like that on a Tibbs coach team.
Devo isn't even getting that much playing time because they said his shooting is off. Devo is not really. They talking about trading Devo again.
But you got to remember the usage was different because them getting he's not in a position to where he's playing off of a point guard who plays in the paint. Quite honestly, Devo is out there with Mike Conley, who's 1,000 years old. He's not getting in the paint no more. They'll put him out there with Ant. Ant's going to dominate the ball. Julius is going to dominate the ball. So Devo's not getting the touches that he got in New York. So I mean. It's a different dynamic. Players play differently depending upon what system they're in.
It's the systems.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, I want to just drop this on y'all. Bleacher Report. The NBA is likely to commence an investigation into the Sixers surrounding the player participation of Joel Embiid.
Oh, yeah, you knew that had to be coming, especially since Trae Young got fined.
I mean, Trae Young got fined. So they're under investigation all over.
Wait, Trae Young got fined?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Y'all don't.
Trae Young got fined.
Pay attention to what I put.
For the.
Keisha, stop it! My phone died earlier. You haven't seen me comment since earlier today. Will you stop it?
Keisha, stop your nonsense.
Exactly.
I'm acting like a girl. I'm sorry.
Acting like a girl. There you go. Acting like a girl.
I got it.
You can't act like a girl on this podcast.
Think like a man can.
I got it.
You can't act like a girl on this podcast.
I got it, Butler. You see, I'm doing good. You see, I graduated.
We trying to help you get married.
Not with this. Never mind.
All right, that's another conversation.
But let's get Pierre says Randall shouldn't have the ball in his hands at that point either. Ant-Man is the star of the team.
I was going to answer that.
I understand Ant-Man's the star of the team, but you got to give it to both of them. You can't just give it to Gobert. You got to give it to Randall too because he did have the ball. And if there's a mouse in the house, you're supposed to exploit it on the court.
So just to touch on to what Bishop McCann said, when you watch the play.
No, Pierre, tell her to leave us alone. Keisha started all of it.
Let me say this. To Pierre about Devo. If Devo does get released or
Knicks can't get him back.
The Knicks can't get him back until next season. That's
right.
That's
he was
part of the new CBA. He
cannot.
He cannot re-sign. He can be traded back, but he can't re-sign.
No, he can't even be traded back to the Knicks.
Oh no, they added that to the CBA?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he can't even be traded back.
He can't even be traded back to the Knicks.
So for at least this season, he can't be a Knick again.
Right.
No.
So where would he go?
Any other team that want him. And that Minnesota's willing to deal him to.
Any other 28 teams, but he definitely can't go there.
Maybe can't come because of the tier, because of the aprons. That's why.
Maybe he'll go down to the G League with Bron.
I hope he don't go to Brooklyn. That's what I'm saying.
See? And then y'all be wondering where I get my energy.
The Knicks need another scorer off the bench. I really feel like the Knicks need.
But listen, I know we don't have the time. We just picked up. What's the guy's name? The 3-point shooter,
Matt Ryan.
He barely plays, and we got somebody that can shoot.
He
won't play him.
Matt Ryan is slow-footed on defense. I saw that. So I after his second
y'all
game.
Y'all worried about defense?
No,
But I'm about to
you
say,
have to worry
Bishop D'Lo,
about
our
defense.
defense is struggling right now. So what do we got to lose?
Well,
Yeah.
but the offense is not.
So here's
So
why
I
you
understand why Tibbs is doing the way, because it's like our offense is not struggling right now. So it's not like I need more points. I need people who can get stops.
you need Matt Ryan when the playoffs start.
Right, because if you remember, that was Novak. Novak was that come in instant offense kind of guy. He wasn't a great defender either, and he didn't play a lot during the regular season. But
Yeah, he
Ellis
was the
Rice,
corner three. He was the short porch three man.
That
yeah,
I watched the Shump interview on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, and
I have to check that out today.
that is exactly what Shump said. That right there is the exact, almost verbatim. That is what Shump said. Shump said, "There's no way we lose if they don't let Novak go." They let Novak go, and that kind of messed up everything.
Yeah,
That's him.
because
And
you
Melo
need
both-
somebody that's gonna be able to stretch the defense,
Yeah.
especially when everybody was keying on Melo,
And to
and Shump
answer
couldn't hit the side of a barn either.
to answer Butler's
Right. Let's
question,
not forget that part.
Butler, LeBron James was in the clutch in the Olympics.
Yes, Pierre. The Knicks are currently number 2 in offensive efficiency in the NBA.
I was asking Butler a question.
I'm sorry, I was reading Pierre's comment because we have to interact with our
Really?
guests.
He
and
was
fans.
talking about the clutch. I was just
Really, Key?
okay. All right. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, the Olympics has its own set of things. The same way that Carmelo Anthony in the Olympics is probably the greatest Olympian of all time. And while he was great in the NBA, he was nowhere near close to Olympic Carmelo.
When they played the Warriors came back from a 3-1. I don't know if he was the clutch Butler.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
you better thank Kyrie for that.
the game winner was Kyrie's, and you have to take into the account that they were missing Draymond Green for a couple of those games due to suspension.
Mm-hmm. No. You know what? You shouldn't have said that, Dwayne. You know why you shouldn't have said that, D-Lo? Because it right there. Do you see this reaction right here? This is a prime example of her not wanting to accept facts. Because let's be honest, Key. If Draymond is on the court in those couple of games that he was suspended, do the Cavs really win? Do they really come back from down 3-1?
It's like Knicks Heat in 97. When the Knicks were up 3-1, the Charlie Ward fight happens with PJ Brown. Half the team is suspended for Game 6.
Come on,
The other half of the team is suspended for Game 7.
Let's give her another chance because she's trying to identify clutch moments.
I'm not
for her I don't even know. She's trying to identify these clutch moments.
You asked me a question.
She said, "Wasn't he clutch in the Olympics?" Okay. If the Olympics is a whole different animal, you're playing against teams who don't know how to shut you down. That's one. Two, wasn't they clutch when they came back from down 3-1? Thank Kyrie for that, and also thank the Draymond suspensions for that. Give us another one.
I'll give you one, Key. You want me to help you? I can help you.
No, this is really sad.
You don't want me to help you?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
He hits the game winner in Chicago in game 1 of the playoffs against Chicago. He hits the game winner there. He hit the game winner to send Cleveland to the finals against Orlando. At the top of the key, he hits the 3 in his young NBA career.
He just hit another
So-
game winner last couple of games. He just hit a game winner.
Nigga, ain't nobody playing him. They're
gotta
not even up on him.
You
Son.
asked the question.
I gotta
You say
interject.
yeah.
I gotta interject here because y'all know the NBA does keep that stat, right? So
Go ahead. There you go.
here are some stats as far as that goes. Here are some stats
Brace yourself, Key.
I don't need to
about
brace
LeBron
nothing.
James'
This might
clutch
hurt.
performance.
It won't
Okay,
hurt me
so
because I see what I see.
so let's go through it. Now, Keisha, there are good and bad here.
I'm
So,
sure.
clutch shots made. LeBron James has made 1,010 clutch shots in his career,
Thank you, Pierre.
which is the most in NBA history.
I was going to say he has more than Jordan.
He is the most in NBA history. However, LeBron's clutch field goal percentage LeBron James's field goal percentage in clutch situations is 17.8%. LeBron James's clutch 3-point percentage
Oh, I
in
already know
clutch
that
moments,
percentage.
12.5%.
I
I'm
already know that
surprised.
percentage.
I'm surprised it's that high.
So in terms of him making shots, he is the most clutch in terms of shots made. However, in the context of how many of those shots he's taken, no. it's not good.
And quite frankly, a clutch shot is not needed unless your team is in position for it to be needed.
Right.
Oh,
So
ooh, Pierre.
Yeah, he gave you a nice one, Key. Ooh, he's played more seasons than MJ, so that number is irrelevant.
Oh, wow. Well, by contrast, as far as shooting percentage go, yeah, you ready for this stat, Keish? And again,
Yes, the
not a Michael
25 points
Jordan
fourth
fan.
quarter. Yes.
Michael Jordan is 50% in clutch situations. That's crazy.
give Mike.
How are you 50% in clutch situations?
Give Mike the ball. Give Mike
How
the
is that
ball
even
and
possible?
We know how he was back in the day.
Give Mike the ball and move out the way.
That dude was cold-blooded.
We know
Bishop
how he
D-Lo,
was back in the day.
can you give me can you pull up that stat for Kobe? Those same stats.
Oh
Absolutely.
Jesus.
I would love to see what Kobe's stats are.
Oh Jesus. What's Kobe's percentage? Because we
Yeah.
already know that
Yeah.
LeBron has played long enough to hit more clutch shots than shots have been shot. So
That's what Pierre is saying. That's what he's
Oh,
saying.
Pierre. Don't
He
let them
said
do
that
to you,
shots have been
Pierre.
shot? That's crazy.
This is what they do, Pierre. Welcome to the club.
No,
All right.
Pierre is on our side. That's what he's saying.
Kobe Bryant's clutch field goal percentage was 37.4% in the regular season, 34% in the playoffs.
Not bad. That's respectful.
give Kobe the ball and move.
Yeah. That's good.
Listen, because 30% in Major League Baseball makes you a Hall of Famer.
You're a Hall of Famer.
Give
What
Kobe the
Brunson
ball
have?
and move.
What'd you say?
What Brunson have? Oh no, what Melo have?
Okay, Carmelo, we can check that as well. I mean, again, the
Melo's
NBA
teams
keeps.
were very rarely in a position to where he needed a clutch shot. They were either winning or losing.
Yeah, there was no middle. There was no middle ground with
There
Melo.
was no middle ground.
Unfortunately, I can admit it. There was no middle ground.
Like I said, a clutch shot is only a clutch shot because the team is in position of desperation. That's the only reason why it's a clutch shot, because the team is in a position
I
of
agree
desperation.
too, Pierre. That's why I asked the question.
I'm sure he was clutch. I've seen him. I watched him for 8 years in New York. Yes, he was clutch. But it was either they were down 20 or they were up 20.
Or somebody made a run and he had to hit the shot to bail him out.
Right. Which
Yes.
means you're in a position of desperation.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I watched Melo here for 8 years, so that's why I can say
I love Melo. He's in my top 10.
I love Melo. He's one of my all-time favorite Knicks.
Deservedly so.
He's one of my all-time favorite Knicks.
He's
What's
one
his
of my top 10.
percentage, D-Lo?
It's taking a while for it to come up. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Carmelo Anthony actually shoots 46.7% in the clutch.
There you have it.
Wow.
I knew it. I knew it.
He's a
Yeah, but
sniper
what's
too. Melo's
What's
a
the
sniper.
What's the field goal percentage though?
46.7%.
Okay.
Melo was actually Rookie of the Year. But we don't want to get into that.
That's another conversation. Honestly, at the very least, they should have been co-rookie of the year.
Hey,
At the very least.
I got a stat for y'all.
I feel like Melo was robbed.
I got a stat for y'all, and this is one that no one has been able to answer for me. We always talk about that great Michael Jordan season where he wins Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, right?
He's the only one that
All
has
9 of them?
We talk about it where he won the Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, yeah, he did that 3 times.
I knew he was.
But I'm talking about it 84, 85. I think that's when it was.
Okay.
Whenever he did it. The first time he did it. Do you realize that year he never won Defensive Player of the Year in any of the months of the season, but
Correct.
they gave
Yes.
him Defensive Player of the Year?
Yes.
How does that happen?
The same way Rudy Gobert is defensive player of the year, and he's getting dunked on all the time.
Key,
D-Lo.
key.
Defensive player of the year is not something I take stock in because
D-Lo.
it's really an objective award, and it's stupid. It sucks.
Well, Shaq said it was dumb. Oh no, not
Oh,
Shaq.
Sam, you want me to get Reggie Miller's? Okay, I'll get Reggie Miller's.
Shaq,
But
not
Key,
Shaq. Charles Barkley said it was dumb. He
But
said
Key,
you
did
don't
you
It
hear?
is.
win
It's
Player
a
of
dumb
the
award.
Year.
But
I
that's
agree.
Don't
why I'm
go get-
saying.
don't-
How does Jordan win that award when he never won it for any of the months of the season?
That's
At
that's
the end of the
impossible.
year, he wins it. How?
Don't get Reggie Miller's. Reggie Miller's percentage is 100%. It's 3 shots at the Garden.
I want to hear Reggie. I want to hear Reggie though.
Let me
I do
get
wanna
Reggie
hear
Miller.
Reggie.
Don't
It's
forget
3
he scored
shots at the
20.
Garden.
Don't
I
forget
wanna
he
hear
scored like
Reggie.
He hit all
25.
3 of them.
Don't
I'm
forget he
waiting for
scored
it to
like
load.
25 in the fourth quarter on John Starks in the playoffs too.
He sure
in
did.
the Garden.
He sure did.
I want to
Don't
hear. I want to
forget.
hear Reggie.
I'm waiting for it to load. I clicked on it. I'm waiting for it to load.
But I knew Melo had to be the clutch. I knew. Ooh, I want to hear Iverson. I wonder what Iverson got. What y'all think Iverson is?
Reggie Miller clutch field goal shooting percentage.
He's a volume shooter. I think his percentage would be low.
44.1% in the clutch for Reggie Miller.
What was it, D-Lo?
44.1% in the
And
clutch.
Melo got a better percentage. Melo is a whole almost 3 percentage points better than Reggie Miller.
Yeah, I
Think
definitely
about
miss
that.
Melo playing. I definitely miss seeing Melo.
Yeah, Justin, Melo. But I mean, those of us who watched him for 8 years as Knicks fans, we knew Melo was clutch.
Yeah, we had the problem is they didn't put a team around him till
Right.
late.
They put the 1 year they put a team around him. There was a bunch of old guys who was breaking down.
Right, Rasheed Wallace didn't even play. He came here and never played.
No, he played like 2 games and that was it.
Like I said, he never played.
He ended up being an assistant coach.
That's it. He never played.
That's because that year we also had Kenyon Martin. Like
That
Yo,
team
that-
was that.
that
We had Kenyon
team-
Martin, Marcus Camby.
that
We had some dogs on defense.
Yeah.
That team was the
Jason
team.
Kidd was
And-
running the
and-
point, and Raymond Felton was his backup.
And
can't
Rashid did play a little bit. And when Rashid played, it was meaningful minutes too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Oh, absolutely.
Jason Kidd in the playoffs couldn't hit a 3.
Right, because he ran out of bullets. Because remember, at the end of the year, he was hitting all the clutch shots.
Yep. But when he got to the playoffs, he didn't hit 1 3 that playoff run.
He ran out of bullets. He was like
Not
he
1
was
3
old for the
Butler.
playoffs.
He didn't hit 1 3, not one.
Bucks
I don't even
leading
think-
by 2. With
LeBron, he
3:40
wasn't
to
a
go
clutch in
against
I
Miami,
can't
Heat
see that.
qualifying.
I don't think so.
Dame Lillard, 37 points and 11 assists for the Milwaukee Bucks, who are trying to climb themselves out of a hole. Can we talk about the free fall real quick of the Philadelphia 76ers, who are now 3-13?
Woo!
Y'all happy?
They might not make the playoffs.
As a Knick fan who
They
hates
ain't making no playoffs.
as a Knick fan who hates Joel Embiid, yes.
And
Now
who-
you
and I
you
think-
want to talk about a player I hate, Keisha? That's the one.
I love the honesty.
That's the one. That's the guy I hate.
And I think Paul
I
George
hate
is way
Joel Embiid.
overrated. I think Paul George is way overrated too. That's the other thing. I think Paul George playoff P.
I don't think he's playing. They
I
playing
don't
right
think
now?
Paul George.
No, he's out.
No.
No,
His
I'm
knee
not
is
about to say he's
hyperextended.
out.
I don't think Paul George is overrated. I think the acquisition of him for Philly is
It was overrated. I agree. Because they didn't address any other areas. So they went and got a third player for a big 3. So you got Embiid, who's injury prone. You got Maxey, who's been good. And then you've got Paul George, who is injury
Prone.
And you didn't address any of the other areas of concern. You brought back Kyle Lowry as your backup point guard, who's 39 years old in the NBA. And the Knicks showed you in a Jason Kidd year, a 38-year-old point guard can't sustain. And if he couldn't sustain, meaning Jason Kidd couldn't sustain those years ago before the NBA got this fast pace, you really think Kyle Lowry can sustain in the NBA as fast paced as it is now?
He's old as hell.
Listen, in that game against the Knicks, Jalen Brunson was running. Jalen Brunson was toying with him in that
Cameron
game.
Payne, he couldn't keep up with
Right.
Cameron Payne.
Cam Payne was toying with him.
Cam Payne was torching him. Okay.
Well, I gotta admit though, y'all really y'all didn't have to do the Nuggets like that the other night though.
Yes, we did.
Oh yes, we did. We had to
we did.
send a message.
Absolutely. That was
Cat
absolutely necessary.
Cat abused the
Y'all
Joker.
didn't have to do that.
Cat
Y'all
abused
had the coach upset.
Cat
Yo,
abused the
Mike
Joker.
Malone was pissed after that game.
He
Yo.
was like, "No, we're not." What he said, flush. He was like,
Yeah,
"We're
he
not
said, "Oh, you
flushing
just
that.
take a game like this and flush." He was like, "No, we're not flushing this."
We're not flushing that."
He's like, when you don't
Listen.
compete, when you don't come play hard, you don't compete, you don't flush that.
He said, "You don't
Joker
flush that."
cannot keep up with an athletic center, and it was proven. He could not stay with Cat at all. Cat ate that dude for breakfast.
I would
lunch,
say
and dinner.
Cat abused him all series last year.
I was gonna say
in that
that's what I
7-game
said too in the
series.
chat. He abused him last year. We was talking about that, D-Lo. He
And then-
abused him last year.
Then you got OG dropping a 40 piece with no biscuit and a side of red beans and rice.
What was it that Kendrick Perkins said? The 40-piece spicy.
40 piece spicy. I'm telling you, no biscuit with a Diet Coke.
Yeah, OG went off. He went
What?
off.
I watched this game last night going, OG's
Career
gonna get 40
high.
tonight. OG's gonna
Career-
get 40.
career high.
I said it
He
before
went
you guys
off.
came on, J-Mac and Keisha. I said, yo, the last 10 games, OG has turned into prime Kawhi.
All-star.
He's been prime Kawhi on both ends of the floor.
He didn't have to do them like that.
He blocked Joker last night.
Yeah.
He didn't have to
OG
do
blocked
them like
Joker.
that.
He had to do him like that.
OG had to do him like that. Listen,
He
he
had
had
to
to do him like that. He got $300 million.
embarrassed them.
He needs to do that every night. He got $300 million.
Hey, Brunson
He
was
embarrassed
Brunson career high 17 assists last night.
Jalen Brunson, 23 points, 17 assists. Cat, another 30 and 12 outing. Like, yo, that was just a dominant performance across
It's the
board.
defense that's killing us right now, Key. We just can't. The wings that are supposed to be, we supposed to have spicy wings, and our wings is bland right now.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. It's the rotations and you because again with this, if you're playing against teams with wings that if you're putting your elite wings on the other team's best players, you know you're gonna have those guys who spot up in the corner that unfortunately Brunson can't guard.
Yeah, Brunson gets exposed on the rotation.
Yeah,
when they put him in the pick and roll. Yeah,
Brunson is only good when players are coming downhill and he can take a charge. As far as on the ball defense, I don't want Jalen Brunson defending nobody.
it's like they need to employ that Warriors defense. How they let Curry sag and Curry really doesn't play anybody. That's what they got to do for Jalen Brunson.
Right. But it's harder to do that in today's NBA. They'll be able to do more of that once Mitch comes back because, again, Mitch is an elite rim protector, which will allow you to be able to gamble a little bit more on the perimeter in making those rotations because you've got somebody who's a shot blocker back there, right? That's the other thing they're missing. They don't have a shot blocker.
He just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing that Tibbs is actually using your bench.
No.
Not like he should.
What?
Not like he should, Key.
It's been it was better last night.
I was gonna say I thought
overall-
that he did last night though.
But overall, it's still lacking, Key. He can play them some more minutes.
I thought that was a little excitement when I seen that. I was like, oh shoot.
That's right, Pierre.
But Pierre, we discussed that already. That's why the NBA is investigating the Sixers. They're being investigated.
You see how one player can mess up everything? Look at that.
Mess it up for everybody.
Look at that.
And I'm telling you right now, the talk in Philly, the fans want Embiid gone. They don't want him there.
I think he want to be going too, though.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he want to be
I
gone.
agree.
I don't think he want to be
believe
there.
Embiid wants out of Philly.
He been wanting out since last year. I feel. Did you guys see how he was at the Olympics? It seems like he was having so much fun playing with the other players instead. Like it was just different. You could tell. You was like, yeah, you could tell. He don't want to be there. I don't think he want to be there.
I don't know what team. I mean, I'm sure Miami will take. They'd take him. You know.
No.
They would.
I will cuss like a Satan. No.
You don't want you.
He's one of the teams that want him.
I hear Miami's on his short list.
They're one of the teams that's looking at him. I'm just letting you know, Keith.
Gosh, yeah.
You don't
All
want
right.
Embiid. You don't want
And
that.
you know that means Butler's going to be gone because
But I
Butler's not
told
going to be there.
I told you that I said that I think I told y'all guys that the talk was the Knicks looking at Butler.
No, that's not
Now
happening.
they're not going to mess this up. Not what they
And
got
they don't
now.
want a 35-year-old Jimmy Butler.
Not any.
The
Yeah,
Knicks core is under 30.
yeah,
They're not gonna mess with that.
Yeah.
This is a team that is built for the next 4 to 5 seasons.
yeah. This we riding and dying. That's why I was saying to you, Key, earlier this year when we were talking in the chat that if they don't do it this year, the Knicks are not planning for a 1 or 2 year run. This is a 4 or 5 year run with this team.
But
This is looking to be a perennial championship contender.
Yeah.
I think y'all gonna trade again though.
I
It's
can't.
always a possibility. That's the
Yeah,
business.
that's always
But nobody
I
out of the
truly
starting
believe that.
5. Yeah, but nobody out of the starting
yeah.
5 is
Any
going
trades
anywhere.
would be to upgrade the bench at this point.
Yeah, it won't be anybody out of the starting 5. The
But
starting
y'all
5
have
is
a
here.
good bench though. That's the thing. Y'all don't have a bad bench.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. We don't have enough shooting, Key.
Outside of Campaign and Deuce McBride,
That's it.
there's really nobody else until Precious comes back.
Until
There's
Precious
really
come back, and you need this
and
kid Kohler to develop a little bit, and that's where you need to start seeing
I,
more minutes off.
I think Paco
And Tibbs
Dadier,
doesn't play. He plays them sporadically. That's the problem.
So
Tyler
y'all
Kolek
think
and
that y'all have a bad
Tyler
bench
Kolek and
because
Paco Dadier are for the future.
Yeah,
oh, okay, never mind. That was my next
Because
question.
Yeah, but
Dadier is 19,
yeah.
and Kolek has shown flashes.
yeah.
Like
Kolek I would start him right now.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Kolek only because
I
again
don't think they want bench.
the Knicks have too much guard depth right now.
I don't think they
That
want
is the
bench.
one thing that they have. They have guard depth.
It's so funny because I remember a couple years ago, all we had was forward depth. We didn't have enough. We had nothing but forwards. Now we got
guard
nothing
depth.
but guards. It's
Yep.
just I don't understand. What are we
can't
doing?
get it right the way that bench is
It's the
balanced.
culture, but it really is the culture of the league, right?
Yeah.
It's
Guard driven.
yeah, it was what we were talking about earlier, right? The league has turned into
3-point
for all.
shooting.
It's a 3-for-all now. Everybody.
This is D'Antoni ball, y'all, and I'm sorry to say it. This is D'Antoni.
Yeah,
offense.
D'Antoni introduced the 5 out
That's it.
and
This
putting
is
Amari
D'Antoni.
Stoudemire in the dunker spot.
This is D'Antoni, man. This is the D'Antoni offense. This is what he was trying to push when he was here, and everybody bristled against him. Now that's what the NBA's become.
But that's why the league is now unwatchable. And
It is.
And this is why, because it's now the strategy of the game has really gone. There are no more high IQ players because it seems to me like, when you're telling me, and BJ Armstrong said it in his point, we're running late, so I don't have time to play the clip, but BJ Armstrong said in his clip earlier, when you're telling me that, a 3-point shot, according to the analytics, is better than a 2-point shot, I'm looking at you crazy. Because all of the elite players in the league are masters of the mid-range, and that's true.
Larry Bird, Bernard King,
Michael Jordan.
Dr.
Shoot, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
So
They're masters
why
of the
have we
mid-range.
pulled away from that then?
Carmelo Anthony.
Because of analytics, like
Yeah.
he just said, the
Masters of-
analytics say three is better than 2.
That's what happened with Carmelo in the D'Antoni system, and why D'Antoni wanted to get the ball out of Melo's hands and put it in Jeremy Lin's, because he was trying to move them out of Carmelo playing ISO and being a master of the mid-range, even though, listen, let Carmelo go to work and then defend at the other end. That's what Woody did, and it got them within a game of the conference finals.
Yeah. What's his name? He's in Sacramento now. He played in Toronto. He was in Chicago last season.
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, another one. He's the master
of the mid-range.
That's what he does. Mid-range shot. I mean, listen. But it's starting to come back.
But
It's starting to
honestly,
come back.
but you see it every
I
year in
think
the
Rose had a
playoffs because
mid-range
you'll
shot.
see these teams. Because look at the Pacers last year, 1,000,000 3-pointers, and then in the conference finals, what happened? They got beat by a Boston team that, while Boston shot a lot of threes, the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are masters of the mid-range.
Masters of the mid-range. That's it. And people don't understand. when you bog down and them threes ain't falling, you need somebody that could get you a bucket and
Listen,
get you a
people,
bucket in the mid
you
range.
can credit Steph Curry all you want, and taking nothing away from that dynasty that they had out there in Golden State. But come playoff time, Kevin Durant in the mid range, Andre Iguodala in the mid range. Those were guys and that's why they were the ones winning the Finals MVPs. Think about it. Steph Curry didn't win the Finals MVP.
Kawhi Leonard, he was
Kawhi
in the
Leonard,
mid
master
range,
of the mid range.
master of the mid range. Kawhi Leonard, that's a mid range assassin when he's healthy.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
So-
ultimately, that's what it boils down to. Come playoff time, it goes. The NBA is really not super interesting until the playoffs, because that's when you get back into real half court basketball, where you've got to have a strategy, you've got to have a game plan. You're not going to win a shootout. The only reason Indiana won their shootout with the Knicks last year was simply because the Knicks didn't have enough bodies.
The Knicks were out of gas.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
That
the
was
Knicks
it.
was gassed out.
That's it.
Right, they were gassed and they didn't have
That
enough
was
They
bodies.
it.
was gassed out. They
So
was tired.
that's the only reason why Indiana escaped New York, because they remember
Josh
Indy was
Hart had
down
a
2-0.
pulled abdominal muscle.
Yep.
That was it. He couldn't jump.
And
you
Brunson
talk
got
about your-
hurt too. Brunson got hurt.
OG tried to play
Brunson
Game
broke his
7
hand.
on a messed up hamstring. They ran out of gas and they were broken down. David Wright, where you at, man? The Knicks have already proven that. They second game of the season, they went out and smoked Indy. It's a new season.
I got a
Davey
question
need to
for
come
y'all.
in. Davey need to come in the show for the last couple of minutes.
I got a question before we go. Do y'all think that the next game against the Celtics, y'all got it?
I don't know, man. Them niggas is good.
Yo, they
No.
just
Come
they
on,
just
man.
they
really-
just blew the doors off with their 3-point shooting the other night, man.
That's why I'm gonna tell you. It really depends
three-point
on what
shooting is
Boston
Y'all
crazy.
team.
have that, yo. Y'all
It depends on what Boston team shows up.
and
Because
Porzingis-
when they're
Porzingis
shooting
back
lights
now?
out, Boston is unbeatable. But
Yeah,
if they're not
he is. He
if they're
came
not
back last
making their
night.
shots, anybody can take them. That's Boston. Because
they good, yo. I
They're-
can't
But
they're-
if they, but D-Lo, say it again. If they what?
if they're shooting lights out, they'll blow the doors off of you. But if they're not making shots, Boston can be had by anybody.
And Jason Tatum loses his confidence if they're not knocking down
every
threes.
time, Bishop McCann, every time.
You know what kind of game Boston's gonna have by the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
If they're
Right, if they've hit-
missing shots, you got them.
If they've hit 7 of 11 threes in that first quarter, you're done.
That's true. That means they're on that night.
You're done. If they hit 7 threes in that first 5 to 7 threes in the first quarter, that's it. It's you pack a lunch.
Y'all got the next game. I'm telling you.
For
Y'all
me,
heard it from me
as a
first. Y'all
coach,
got the next game.
The game
Telling
plan
you.
Well, it ain't
against
till
Boston.
February. It ain't that next game is not till February. So maybe.
Y'all do.
The game plan against Boston, if you're coaching,
y'all
is simple.
win,
You
I would
get
have
out
to
there and
get-
you get into everybody.
If y'all win, I will have to get a Knicks jersey or an Angel Reese jersey and wear it.
We want the Angel Reese one.
Yeah, as much as I would love to put you in a Knick jersey,
We want the Angel Reese.
Angel Reese one would be so much better.
And we can add it, and we're gonna put we're gonna put the clip up of tonight with you wearing it. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. Oh yeah. That's gonna be
Look at
beautiful.
Keisha's face.
You said it. You said
I
it.
am. I will wear it. I will get the jersey. Y'all pick the jersey and I will wear it right on the show.
WNBA
Butler.
held their draft lottery last
So
week.
well, I will actually do a whole photo shoot in it and post it.
And a photo shoot.
Here he is,
Calm down.
ladies
Calm
and gentlemen,
down.
David Wright.
What's up, y'all?
Where
I'm
is
sorry.
it?
He hoarse. He doesn't say too much on Friday.
He
Man.
his voice ain't came back yet from Memphis.
What you in the boom
sure
boom
ain't.
room?
No, he had the concert at his church.
Oh,
He had the
'cause he was
concert,
red. I
and
didn't know
remember,
where he
they
was.
pretty much had him singing every night in Memphis.
Man. But yeah, I'm on vocal
His
rest,
last
but
name was Wright, and they at the Kojic convention. You already know he's working. You already know.
And he on the organ too. You know that.
yeah, they
know he
working like
playing.
he played, Doc.
You know he was working. He was
And this
working.
lady named Brenda stole my wallet.
Because Brenda
night.
steals.
Good night. Good night. I'm lying enough.
Brenda
no.
Steals.
No, I'm logging
Yo,
off.
now did y'all know OG had this in him?
Yes,
You didn't.
You
You
I
he
didn't.
did.
didn't.
He did.
I
You
We
certainly
didn't.
did.
talked about it, Dave. How you were so mad about this deal
You
last
wanted
year.
that R.J. Barrett here.
I knew he was a defensive guru, but I did not know he
That
had
man got a
40.
bag. He got a
I
bag.
did. I did.
So
Y'all
Davey, let
didn't
me,
know that neither. Butler,
yeah,
don't you do
Davey.
that.
We
You
knew
didn't
he
know
was
that man
better.
had a 40-point bag in him.
We knew he was better than R.J.
40p spicy.
You wanted R.J. How you feel about R.J. now?
RJ still balling.
No. That ain't what I asked you. I asked you how you feel about R.J. now.
They can keep RJ. They can keep going. They can keep him right where he at. Again, I just gotta trust James, not James Dolan, but I gotta trust our
Leon
fellow.
Rose. Leon Rose. We got
I gotta trust
listen,
Leon.
Rose we trust.
The man has proven he knows what he's doing. And I
Yeah,
think we got
shout
rid
out
of
to Leon
Dante
Rose and
DiVincenzo
Worldwide
just
West.
in time.
We just talked about how he's struggling out there in Minnesota,
Listen,
which is sad to
the
see.
Knicks have done a great job at maximizing players' potential, these younger players, and then dealing them before they fall off the cliff.
Okay,
He
now
knows
They've
his
they've done
job.
a good
let
job
me
so
say
far.
this though. I do not think DiVincenzo plays the way he's playing right now if he's still on the Knicks.
Well, I agree with that.
I
I
agree.
agree with that.
That
I agree.
chemistry, like he is probably still affected or
Pierre,
traumatized.
not for nothing, the Knicks don't. He scored 40 last night, and he didn't have a play run for him all night.
He's traumatized.
He's traumatized over this trade. And yo, like at the beginning of the trade, maybe
Muhammad, my bro, what's going on,
at the beginning
man?
of the trade,
Love
maybe
you,
he
man.
was showing some spice, like, oh, whatever it is, what it is. But then in the long run, and when you start seeing how you're not that important to that system, Devo is not important to that system.
Right, that's Ant Man's team.
And then he realized, oh yeah, I'm in Minnesota.
Right.
That'll do it to you too.
The best
That'll do
part,
it to you
the
too.
best part of Minnesota is Paisley Park.
Right.
Listen. You don't get listen.
Butler.
You don't get to have those
It's
pretzels
true.
When you go
and
to
those
My
hot dogs
Minnesota,
cousin
at the
played
Garden.
professional football in Minnesota for 10 years with the Vikings. It's not where you want to be.
when you go to Minnesota, you go see the Prince Museum. You do not go to see a Minnesota Timberwolves game. How you think Alex Rodriguez was able to get stock in that team? Because don't nobody want it. The Minnesota Twins might be the Minnesota
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves may wound up being the Queens Timberwolves when it's all said and done.
Not the Queens
That's
Timberwolves.
why Marbury didn't want to stay there.
That is
Yo,
true.
Marbury got out of there.
Marbury was on record saying that he was homesick. If you watch this documentary, he talked about it. He regrets the decision. Now he's older, but he was like, it just wasn't for him.
He regrets leaving
He
Kevin
leaving Kevin Garnett. He regrets leaving Kevin Garnett.
because that team would have been a championship team.
Yes.
They were poised.
Yes.
They were poised to be a championship team.
Marbury and Garnett were Shaq and Kobe before Shaq and Kobe was Shaq and Kobe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, Marbury came out of Georgia Tech. I mean, a beast. He came out of GT and came to the league. They put him next to Garnett. He just kept lobbing it all day to that dude. They was Lob City before Lob City and before Seattle with Gary Payton and Kemp. They was doing that in Minnesota.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
I want to address Pierre's comment here. He says Dante should never have been traded. They would be better defensively if he's still on the team. He brings that energy on the defensive end, and it becomes contagious. I don't necessarily agree with this, only because Dante was an okay defender. He wasn't an elite defender at all.
No.
He was
wasn't-
scrappy. That was it.
Yeah. The energy was high. Yes, I will give you that.
Scrappy.
The energy was high. Now, I do see a scenario where if you could get Cat without giving him up, that he's actually starting and Josh Hart is coming off your bench.
I was going to say that.
And that makes the bench that much more scary. Because
I was
then the
going to
defense
say
has a
Dante
defensive
would be the start. Dante would be the starter right now,
Right.
and Josh Hart would be coming off the bench.
Absolutely.
So
That's
you
what
would
it
have
was.
had that.
Who
You would
going
have
to
had
the
that.
bench when Mitchell Robinson come back?
Nobody has to go to the bench.
Nobody. He's coming off the bench.
He's coming off the
Mitch
bench.
is coming off the bench.
Mitch and Ochoa It's coming. They're gonna be on that squad with Deuce.
Campaign and Deuce.
Yeah.
And that's when the bench. That's when you're gonna start. That's when you're gonna have to start seeing what Tibbs is gonna do with this
Y'all
bench.
still want
And
It's gonna be he's back in.
Listen.
He was downgraded to earliest January 1st today by the league. By
Tibbs
the way.
better play Mitchell at the 4. I mean Mitchell at the 5, and Cat at the 4 sometime. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
I can see
That's
that.
what I want to see.
And sometimes and honestly, there are times I
Achua.
want to see Achua at the 4 and Cat at the 5.
Yes, even that.
With
Yes.
OG at the 3.
Woo! There's so many combinations.
Yeah.
When this team is healthy, and this is
Defensively,
what
that's
Leon Rose
scary.
is seeing.
Where you could defensively, you could put out a unit. Let's say Brunson's on the bench. You could actually send out a unit where you've got Deuce at the 1, Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG at the 3, Precious Achua at the 4, and Cat at the 5. So you're still getting scoring, but defensively, nobody's scoring against you.
Nasty.
But
again,
that 5 defensively is scary.
Again, it all depends on Tibbs, and I know that's Davies' boy. Can't say nothing against Tibbs. See, Keith? See? Can't say nothing against Tibbs when Davies around.
You want to fire Tibbs, but who's out there?
See, look at this. See?
Who's out there?
Here we go.
I love this energy, Dave.
Here we go.
Doc
I love
Rivers?
this energy.
No, we don't. I don't want Doc Rivers nowhere near my back. I don't even. He can't even buy a ticket to get in the Garden.
No, I didn't say get rid of Tibbs.
I don't want Doc nowhere near the Garden. Nowhere.
Ticket.
He can't buy a
Pastor
ticket.
Dave, I'm not saying get rid of Tibbs, but Tibbs needs to change his coaching style. You don't disagree with that?
He is a jinx.
Dave, you don't disagree with with that?
You know what?
That Tibbs needs to use his bench?
In fact, I think I'm sorry, real hot take. In fact, I think that's why Mikal Bridges has been sucking. The last person to wear 25 was Doc Rivers. The last person as a Knick to wear 25 was Doc Rivers. And no, he needs to go back to number 1. No, he can't go back to number 1. He needs a new number.
Go back to number 1.
He needs a new number. Because, that 25, no. That 25 is cursed. It got all Doc Rivers juices on it.
First of all, let me say this. I honestly think that Mikal has been playing solid.
I'm kidding.
I like the way he's been playing.
I'm joking. His 3-point shooting isn't there yet, but he's another one. Master of the mid-range.
What were we talking about just now? We were just talking about mastering that mid-range.
He's a master of the mid-range.
You don't need Mikal shooting the 3 if Cat is stretching the floor. I don't see OG missing too many threes neither.
That nigga just making everything right now.
OG, if you step to him, he driving by you now.
Yeah, his first. I did not know
his first step.
I did not know OG had a first step like that.
Thank you. We didn't know he had a bag like this. I'm telling y'all.
And the thing is, once he gets downhill, he ain't going up soft. He's dunking on you.
Yeah. Did you see the and one last night when he did the lead? Did you see that and one? He said. Yeah. I said, OG.
Is that a motion? Wait a minute.
Right.
They did say that he's leading the lead in dunks right now.
Yes. I think Jeff Van Gundy's time
past his time.
It's past him.
Yeah,
he can't coach this culture of players.
Nah, because he gets too frustrated.
Yeah.
He gets too frustrated.
I agree.
He would lose patience.
He should stay a consultant.
Yeah, he don't want to bring with Boston as a consultant.
This is a Tibbs team. Can't nobody coach this team but Tibbs or Mark Jackson.
Can we just
quickly we need Mark Jackson.
But they ain't gonna let Mark Jackson in there. But you gonna come in there with prayer shawls.
I love Mark
Jackson.
That's
right.
Be a Knicks fan.
But my issue though is I think Mark is more of a culture builder too. So this team is built ready to compete. I don't know. I know he can coach, but I don't know if he can come in and take a ready to compete team.
I gotta see him.
I feel like Mark has to build it in order for it to work.
But that's not too hard for him, D-Lo.
But that's just it. But this is a team that's ready to compete. There's nothing to build. It's just like you just need to coach this team. Can he do that?
But see, Tibbs got all the groceries now. He should be cooking.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
It's Thanksgiving dinner at this point.
He's got the groceries.
This should be Thanksgiving dinner right now.
That's it. That's it. And that's why Butler gets so frustrated because we'll win 3 and then we'll come out and stink up the joint. And defensively, we don't show up.
Because when you think about it,
And
one
there's
through
no
five,
reason for it.
when you think about it,
Thank you, Jay.
the Knicks have the perfect starting
There's
five.
no reason.
When you think about what each of those players brings to it, the Knicks have the perfect starting five. They really do. Think about it. You've got a point guard who can get in the lane, facilitate, stick an open jumper, and can be clutch.
And he can get his own shot anytime he wants
Kevin
to.
Garnett said,
Can,
"Yeah, I do." He
can play
agreed
off
to it.
can play off the pick and roll or can play ISO. You've got
And he can play off the ball if you need him to.
You've got a 2 in Josh Hart that plays bigger than what he is and doesn't need the ball to impact the game.
How many triple doubles he got so far this year?
Doesn't need. You got a 3 in Mikal Bridges who can master of the mid range, can get his own shot, can stick the corner 3, and is an elite wing defender. You've got a 4 in OG who, while undersized, can defend all 5 positions on the court and has shown some offensive ability that we didn't know he had. And Cat is the best big in the game. Yes, I'm just going to say it. Forget Nikola Jokic. Cat right now is the best big in the game.
Bro, do you see how wide OG's chest is? Ain't nobody knocking this
those
dude
shoulders,
over.
my God, that nigga's huge.
This dude is like this. He's like Magilla Gorilla.
The legs,
he got legs like Pat Gibbs.
Yo, he's like Magilla. He's like Magilla Gorilla, man.
Dave.
Yo, I got D-Lo cracking up. I'm referencing all of these old school things on him. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do.
All right, before we go.
That man got legs like Rance Allen, dog.
What?
What did you say?
Don't tell it. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Do
What
not
did he
repeat
say?
it.
I
Don't
missed
worry
it.
about Bishop McKay, please.
He said he
D-Lo.
got legs like Rance.
Yo, Davey, why are you like this?
I want to
Why
thank
are you
y'all for
like
joining
this,
us
Davey?
tonight, as you do every Tuesday. Everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday.
Why are you like this, Davey?
We appreciate y'all being on this ride with us. Again, don't forget the download.
No. The killer part is, hold up. The killer part is Davey says this stuff, and then he looks the other way.
That's the other right. Straight face, no laugh, nothing. Like it's just a normal conversation. Like it's just a normal conversation.
Davey.
I'm sorry, yo.
Oh
No,
my
you're not.
gosh.
Before we go, first of all, my leg is at 85% range of motion. I just realized it. I'm sitting here on this chair.
Congratulations. That's what's up.
85% range of motion. So I'm feeling great. Before we go, and before we leave, I just want to talk how we feel about this original bloodline.
Yeah, because I did promise we were going to get to some WWE. War Games is coming up. WWE Survivor Series, the 5-on-5. As crazy as it is, it all makes perfect sense. And Phil Brooks, better known as CM Punk, being added as the 5th member adds yet another layer to this storyline.
That's crazy.
Because he is one of the original Paul Heyman guys. And before Paul got beat up by the new bloodline, he asked CM Punk to save him, right? So
Take me with you.
Triple H is cooking. Triple H, I can't wait till January the 6th. When
We
they
go to
debut on
Netflix, baby.
Because the WWE is cooking right now. And how about this Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi storyline? Who hurt Jade? It's good stuff. And we will also find out who will be crowned the first ever women's intercontinental champion.
That's dope.
And we got a women's U.S. championship too.
And the women's U.S. champion. So
I want to see Damian Priest. I want to see Damian Priest beat Gunther.
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Gunther's gonna hold that belt till Cena comes back.
And I'm gonna give you another spoiler. Paul Heyman is turning on Roman Reigns.
You think he goes with the new bloodline? Or is he turning on Reigns and just going back solely with Punk?
No. I think Punk is a smokescreen.
Okay.
And I think he turns on Roman. and
Nah,
goes with
Pierre, I don't think
a
Sammy.
solo.
Sammy, I don't think Sammy betrays the OG bloodline.
Nah, it's not
There's
Sammy.
too much. That would be too obvious, and there's too much goodwill right
Nah.
now with that.
Paul Heyman came back in a red and black. He's been wearing blue and white the whole 4 or
Well, yeah,
5 years he's been with
he's
Roman.
been wearing the Republican uniform his entire career.
And he's got the red
blue suit.
handkerchief.
Yeah.
And he's got the solo red handkerchief in his pocket.
He came in dressed like Solo,
Exactly.
and nobody said nothing. I saw it, and I'm like, because when he first came out, I thought it was happening then.
And he's tan. You see how tan, and he looks like the old Paul. He
looks
sounds
rested.
like the old Paul.
The Paulie dangerously.
Yes, he sounds like Paul Lee. I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe he's turning.
Maybe he was just resting, but he was definitely giving me Paulie dangerously vibes.
Yeah, he's going to turn. Punk is a smokescreen.
And for the record, he didn't announce himself as the advocate or
He
the wise man.
He said he's a wise man, but he referenced. See, what I think he's trying to throw us off. He referenced getting put through the table at Madison Square Garden. So that's to throw us off. Mm. I believe he's going to turn on Saturday. I can't wait to see it. I'll be back in New York, but I'll be back in time to see that.
Well, we are absolutely looking forward to Survivor Series, WWE Survivor Series. Again, one of the WWE Big Four, as they continue on this trek toward the end of the year.
Look how late in the year it is for Survivor. This is pretty late for Survivor Series.
Survivor Series
last
is usually
Saturday
the second,
of November.
It's usually the second or third Saturday of November.
And
now we're into the last Saturday. But, they've added more premium live events this year.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're up to now. They put 15 premium live events in like a 12-month calendar this year.
And selling out every one of them, Butler. Selling out. They printing money at the E.
And I've got to say this. Shout out to Triple H, who did something unprecedented, never done under Vince McMahon. Both SmackDown and Raw this week were taped last week. The wrestlers have this week off. He gave them time to go home and be with their families for Thanksgiving, which never happens.
And he's doing it for Christmas too. They put it up already.
Which never happens. Yeah, they come back the day after Christmas for the holiday show at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I used to go to that show every year. This
would never happen under Vince. Vince just didn't believe in it.
They work 300 days a year under Vince, and there's 365 in a year.
And
they work 300 days.
And this is why nobody wants to leave now. And that's why I look at Ricochet and I look at people who decided to leave, and I'm like, you left
Vince
it the wrong. You're going to leave now after Vince is gone. That doesn't make sense.
Vince is the only slave owner that had white slaves.
White slaves, black slaves. He should have left. Look, see what you did. You got.
Listen, you better be.
Come back, Keish. Come back. Get back.
Oh,
on camera,
I got one that we could talk about before we go. How about Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston?
Oh, that exchange was fantastic.
Oh my
enjoyed
God!
That exchange.
I've never heard
the way they roasted each other last night. That
was phenomenal.
And I hate it because everybody's using it, but last night that was cinema. That was
phenomenal.
We're seeing the implosion. I'm waiting to see how they link Big E into it, even though he can't wrestle. I'm sure he's going to be intertwined into this somehow. Yep.
Remember next week
at the anniversary. Yeah. At the anniversary of the new
Keisha Butler. If y'all haven't seen it, Google it.
Yeah. Go
Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston Monday Night Raw.
Last night, oh man.
No, but you ain't got to. You just got to go look at
watch that segment last night. Just that segment between the two of them last night. Yo.
I'm telling you, Key, you gonna be like this on the barbs they were throwing at each other.
Yo.
They look like me and Butler.
Because yes.
Because
Kofi was like how Woods has never won a singles title and all of this other stuff. And
if it wasn't for me, you would have never won the world title.
You never won the world title. And then you turn around and you lost it in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar. Like, they was destroying each other. I was like,
it was body blow after body blow. It was body blow.
It was better than Tyson Logan Paul.
Yes,
Butler.
Exactly.
Butler,
we didn't get into that. Did y'all get into that last week?
We got into that last week. There wasn't really much to say other than the fact that we know it was staged. Well, I won't want to say it was staged, but I will say it. Well, when I say it wasn't staged, obviously they had to get in the ring, but there was a lot that Tyson wasn't allowed to do because they
said they had in his contract he couldn't throw uppercuts.
Yes, I did see that as well. Yeah, V. George Smith. Don't worry, V. George will be back with us real soon.
George, you should have
We
been here
wanted to have
today.
some. No, he ain't need to be here today.
No, he ain't need to
Yeah, of
be
He ain't need to
here.
be
course,
here
I'm
today.
No, we need to
sure.
He need to
take
be
you
here
to the
today.
woodshed.
You you
I'm
you
sure.
you you needed a spanking from your brothers.
That's right.
Now, that
Deldo, yeah, I
yes,
agree. V.
I agree. That was
Promos of the
absolutely
year. Promo
promo
of the
of the
year.
year. It was absolutely promo of the year.
Crazy.
That was some of the best promo work that I've seen between two guys who genuinely love each other
But
ever.
the New Day have never had a promo like that.
Never, never. I mean, this faction has been running strong for God. How long has the New Day been
10
together now?
years. They're
10 years.
celebrating 10
10
years.
years. I mean, this has got to be the longest faction time, the longest in the modern day era
Right.
of faction has been together. But
Because,
because even back
the
in the
Four
days, those
Horsemen.
factions, the Four Horsemen were together, but they would break up and get back together. They would break up, get back together. So the Four Horsemen, yes, they are the longest reigning faction ever. But as far as sustained being a faction for the longest length of time without interruption, it's New Day at 10 years.
Man, I'm telling you, I can't wait to see it next week. Friday's going to be off the chart.
Friday's gonna be up to, and the interesting thing though is that Netflix in their contract has requested CM Punk, they requested Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns to be on Raw. So what happens to SmackDown?
SmackDown's going down the tubes because they're gonna give it. They're gonna put them on Raw. They already that's what they're building this too. They're gonna move Roman Reigns. That's why all this is happening. Roman's moving. Roman is going to Raw.
Yeah.
Cody's already there because he's the champ. He can go between the two shows.
Yeah, he can be back and forth, and I don't think Cody minds. Cody likes this place of being the face of the WWE, so it works for him. Why is WWE intent on breaking up black tag teams? I don't know that that's the case, Pierre. In this particular instance, I do understand your point, but in the case of the New Day, it has been 10 years.
It's been 10 years.
And with 10 years, it is time for Woods to finally see if he can stand on his own as a singles competitor. We know Kofi can.
And the Street Profits are still together. And,
The Street Profits
and
are still
listen,
together.
Montez Ford has come out and said he doesn't want to leave his partner. He don't want to do that to him. He knows he can have a great singles run.
Oh yeah, Montez Ford is money if he ever decides to do that.
He's money.
Montez,
Jade and we talked about Jade and Bianca. But I heard that she really is. She really does
yes,
have a
Jade
condition.
Cargill does have an injury, an actual injury, which the WWE has not disclosed, and she was written off with this storyline injury. We're not sure yet how long she's going to be out.
Yes, and Cody is slowly becoming Homelander Cody. Yes. I agree with you.
That heel turn is coming. It's coming.
I'm concerned about,
and he's doing much better now. He's improved, Cody, over the last few weeks. Yes.
I'm a little concerned about the direction they're going with Damian Priest. I thought Damian Priest was a pretty good champion, and it seems like he's not getting it. It almost seems like his character's in limbo. Nobody agree with that?
No, I totally agree with it, but it's difficult. And this is the dilemma that Triple H has. It's a good dilemma. Well, it's a darned if you do, darned if you don't kind of dilemma. Like you see it from both sides. It's good that you've got so much top tier talent.
Yeah.
But it's bad that you've got so much top tier talent. Priest has to distinguish himself with the time that he gets to make himself stay relevant. And that's the thing right now. I think the WWE initially envisioned him as a transitional champion, and he got over. He got more over than they expected him to. And as a result, but now it's incumbent upon him to keep that momentum. And it's there, but then it's not.
Because his promo work is not strong.
It's not
yet.
strong.
His promo, like the promo work that I saw yesterday.
His in-ring work is great. His in-ring work is great.
His promo work is not there. His mic work is not there. And remember, Roman Reigns, it took him a long, and he still struggles at times. But it took the mic work part of it is very difficult to master. It's
and
very
people don't
difficult.
understand. It's hard. Mic work is really hard for true baby faces.
Right. Because there's certain things you can say you can't say.
Right.
As a heel, nothing is off limits. You can say whatever you want.
And this is why guys like Stone Cold and The Rock are so revered, because they were technically tweeners. They were neither babyface nor heel These were guys in between. They were just over with the fans because the fans loved the edge that they had because these were turned up reality personalities. So this is who these people really are, just turned up. So with
And
Priest,
that's what Roman is right now.
right. So
Roman's not a bad guy or a good guy.
right, he's a
He's
tweener.
never apologized for what he's done yet.
And that's why we see Cody going that way as well. Yeah, he's done the white meat babyface thing, and it's worked for the most part. But even Cody knows he's at his best in that gray area. He's at his best in that gray area.
Give Triple H credit. He's allowing him to go that way,
Yes.
so that he can stay on top as the champion. Because right now, Cody, this is the best work Cody has done since he's been in WWE. Right now, his promo work that Friday night against Kevin Owens this past Friday night, that was prime Cody.
That was
right
prime
there.
Cody. That was prime Cody. That
Yeah.
was prime Cody. They're about to put the IC title. I don't think they're going to put the IC title on Ludwig Kaiser. I think he's being fed to Braun Breaker to build him up some more. I think Braun Breaker is going to have a nice lengthy run, not quite as long as Gunther's, but he's going to have a nice lengthy run before he takes that next step. Again, long-term storytelling. You've seen the tease between him and Gunther, but you got to pull Breaker out of that scene going into January because Cena's coming back for his farewell tour. So Cena is automatically going to be inserted into the World Championship picture because next year is going to be about does he break the record or doesn't he?
Cena's going to break the record. I'm going on record. They're going to let Cena break it now. I think Cena, before they weren't concerned about it, and I think Triple H was trying to protect it because it was Ric Flair, but I think because time has just passed, just like that Intercontinental title record with the Honky Tonk Man stood for so long, and they wanted more relevant, and they let Roman break that record. They want more relevant people for this generation to be able to connect with. So I believe that you're gonna see that happen.
I think that absolutely has to happen at some point. I think that absolutely has to happen. But Sheamus will win the IC title at a
Possible.
big PLE. Yeah, I could see that.
Because that's the only singles title he hasn't
Won yet. Yep. But so for him to become a
Grand Slam
champion.
Yeah.
So a lot of good things happening in the WWE as they make the transition to Netflix. I'm looking forward to that, and it's confirmed. It will be a 3-hour show on Netflix with a TV 14 rating.
Yes.
So
TV 14.
We're back in the Attitude Era.
We're back in the Attitude Era.
That means anything goes.
Yeah, we're back in the Attitude Era, people.
That
Anything
means cussing, a little skin, a little flesh, all that.
Everything.
It's a lot of innuendo.
Yep.
I mean, it won't be quite the crazy because now I look back at some of the stuff that Vince did now in the climate that we live in, and it's cringe. None of that stuff would fly
It was
today.
something wrong with Vince. Let's just be honest here.
Clearly, Vince. Yeah, Vince was nuts. Vince was absolutely nuts.
Vince was a psycho, y'all. Man was a psycho.
Yes.
The man was
Listen,
a psycho.
when you wanted to exploit your daughter's pregnancy on screen and use a storyline as if you got your daughter pregnant, that was a little nuts. Yeah, Stephanie and Triple H were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that, sir. We're not doing that.
And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
He was serious. He wanted the pregnancy to look like it was his baby.
That's a different. What?
I was surprised that Stephanie even admitted that.
Right.
On
That they told that story exactly.
Yeah.
No, you know
I
what that
wouldn't even
says?
told that
Like,
story.
see, what that says to me is that your mind is really twisted,
It's
and
warped.
you ain't far removed from molesting your daughter.
Oh wow.
Listen, bro.
To even think,
To even put a thought like that out there, yes.
even put a thought out there like that,
Yeah,
that means you ain't far removed from possibly or potentially being willing to molest your daughter.
And then bringing that up to other people. That's the thing. You don't keep that in here.
Word, George. Insane.
You let that come out, and you actually put that out in the atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah, it's something sick. You sick.
That's
You're
great.
sick.
Nah,
And I know George. I know you. I know Vince is your boy. Vince was my dude too. But that hurt my heart to hear that one, bro.
Nah, George said that was insane.
No, I saw what he said, but I know he would say he didn't want to watch the documentary when he was on here before. He said, "I'm not gonna watch it."
Honestly, I watched the documentary, and I
I
gotta
did.
say, it's not as salacious as people think that it
It's
No,
not.
was.
it's not.
It was. I don't think it was. I don't think it cast Vince in a negative light. It just told the truth.
I think the documentary really highlights his passion for the company.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
I don't know what Vince was what he was talking about. I
yeah.
really
I didn't see anything that casted him negatively at all. The things that happened, good or bad.
Yeah.
They happened.
it to me it highlighted his genius
Yeah,
and
in a lot of areas. I agree.
his creativity and
Yeah.
his groundbreaking ability to push the business to what it is today. I mean, it's still the E and then everybody else.
Listen,
um,
Vince is an outstanding
yes.
businessman, and nobody will ever be able to take that away from him.
Bully Ray said something today. I saw it on Facebook that to have CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman standing in the middle, no company could touch that. And it's true. I know AEW fans, I know you don't want to hear this, but AEW is dying.
AEW is not on the WWE's level, and quite honestly, it never will be.
It never will be. They had that 3-year stretch, and then that was it.
I mean, the reality is AEW is nothing more than WCW 2.0.
I wouldn't even give them that much credit, D-Lo.
I mean, I give them
It's
that
a
only for,
glorified independent show. That's what it is.
but it's the same problems that happened in the WCW where you had talent that was running the company. One thing I do agree with Vince is not allowing actual working talent to be running the company. Having the elites, the young bucks in them who are actually Cody was the only one who was one of the EVPs that wanted to put the business first. These other guys are all about putting themselves first. And yeah, Tony Khan can throw money at people, but there's no reason why the Young Bucks should be at the top of the food chain in terms of what's going on when you got so much other young talent there.
You
I mean,
can't give a wrestler creative control.
you can't.
It was proven in WCW
With Hulk Hogan.
With Hulk Hogan, you cannot give a wrestler with
not gonna work for me,
control
brother.
is never right. Right. It's never gonna lose. They're gonna never. He's never gonna book himself to lose. And if he does, he's gonna say no. It's not gonna work for me, brother. And then when he does it, he missed it with Sting. He did that. Nah, you can't give a wrestler creative control. You can't do it.
Give it to him. He's never going to ink himself into the loss.
Absolutely. The ego just won't let him do it.
Let him do it.
And that's one of the things I always respected about The Undertaker. Undertaker, win or lose, was always a company guy. He always did what was necessary for the business. And whether it was, and nobody wanted to see the streak end. But when Vince decided it was time for the streak to end, the streak ended.
Bro, even before we get there, let's not forget once upon a time ago, Maven eliminated The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
Undertaker
all you need to know.
And Undertaker not only went with it, but Maven tells the story of how Undertaker was like, okay, do this, do that. Like he's walking him through it in the ring to make him look like a real bad dude.
Yeah.
To put Maven over. And
Maven eliminated The Undertaker.
You want guys that'll do good business, and this is why I've talked to other wrestling people about this, and I'm pretty sure how you guys would think how you guys think about this as well. But that's why I always blamed Brett for the screw job. I always blamed Brett.
Yeah, because he didn't want to drop. He didn't want to do business. He didn't want to do business.
You need to drop the title.
You're leaving. That's the way it is. You're leaving. You don't go out a winner.
You
don't go out a winner.
Nobody, even retiring guys, notice very rarely, unless you're an icon like a Ric Flair or something like that, your final match, you always end up on your back.
You're looking up at the lights.
Always.
That's what they say. You're going to look up at the lights.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Bro, even back when they had the territories, they had the loser leave town match. Mm-hmm. You knew when that guy was leaving the territory. How did you know he was going to be involved in a loser leave town match?
Yep.
And he lost. in order to leave the town, in order to leave the territory.
And
This has been Wrestling 101 since the beginning of time. Brett, what made you so different?
absolutely.
So no, I agree with you. I agree with Vince when Vince said Brett screwed Brett. That's what Vince said.
That's what he said.
And that till this day will always be the truth to me.
Yep. I
Well,
agree.
well, Pierre, CM Punk didn't actually leave. That was storyline.
That was storyline. Yeah.
CM Punk didn't actually leave. That was storyline. But again, credit to Punk. He sold it like it was, boy.
Blew the kiss and went through the crowd. Lovely.
They sold the heck out of that story. They sold the heck. That's when you really saw the lines really begin to blur, as far as that goes. But again, we thank you all for joining us tonight. A little lengthier show. Great conversation as always. Again, shout out to these wonderful people that I get to do this show with on a weekly basis. Bishop L, Bishop J Mac, Pastor David Wright, and you too, Miss Carter.
And you too, Walona.
The devil herself.
See? You see there? You see there? I was so nice. This is why
And you too, Miss Carter.
This is why we go at it. You see, D-Lo?
I want to
quiet, minding my business.
Quiet spirit.
I want to be.
You see? D-Lo, I was just about to say something nice to Butler. I was just about to say.
You was about to.
This is how he ruins it every time.
Let me pull the curtain back. You know, we are all very passionate people about the sports teams that we love, about the players that we love, and all of those wonderful things. I don't want anybody who's been watching to think for a minute that there was actually any animosity at any point during any of our exchanges.
Yes.
Whether it's Keisha and L, whether it was me and L today. Victor said Walona is crazy.
And you too, Walona.
And you too, Walona. Listen, good times anytime you need them. Okay. You know these Gen Zers, they don't know that reference, J Mac. You know the Gen Zers, they don't know that reference.
I know.
Millennials and up, we know that reference quite well. We know that reference quite well. But there was I don't want you to think for a moment that there was any animosity. We're passionate. This is what we do. And, you know, to think that we were yelling at each other and cussing each other out, that's not happening at all. We're going to get in the chat and laugh about this entire episode.
Absolutely.
Afterwards.
Every time.
Because this is what we do. You know, none of this is ever taken personally. None of it. We might accuse each other of taking it personally, but we do know that none of it is actually ever taken personally.
This is the Straight Family Podcast.
Hey, Butler ain't said nothing yet. I don't know. He ain't said nothing.
You better.
Butler don't have no animosity toward Keisha.
He better not. You know, I show up. I fight.
Oh, Jesus.
She's a witch.
She gonna kick your kneecap. You better not mess with her.
Keisha is a witch. Keisha's a witch and a warlock.
Not a witch and a warlock.
Yo, did you hear? You didn't hear? He was like, "Quiet spirit."
Yes, I heard him. I just had to keep going because he kept telling quiet spirit. I'm like,
D-Lo,
no, we
do you see how he does me?
Yes, all the time.
D-Lo, this is him in public. This is him in public.
I know.
In public.
That's how you're supposed to do your sister. I mean, I understand. I got a couple sisters, so yeah, this is how you're supposed to do your sister.
Satan!
This is how it's supposed to happen.
Thou dost tempt me.
Butler seen me interact with my sister, so it's the same thing.
In public.
Satan! Get thee behind me.
Listen, let me tell you.
He really gets on my nerves.
But we have a whole lot of fun doing the show, and this is thank you, Pierre. I appreciate
we appreciate that
so
comment.
much, bro.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that
you,
so
bro.
much, and we thank you for being a part of it as we continue to grow.
Please
this.
share it, Pierre. Please
share it. Like it, share it in other Knicks groups that you're in,
Pierre,
other sports groups. Pierre, please share it. We want to continue to grow the podcast. And we have fun doing this every Tuesday. We look forward to this time together.
Listen, I was rushing back to get it. I was out shopping. I told my wife, I said,
I can't miss this.
You got to get me back. That's right. You got to get me back.
My brother Teddy
I
Simpson.
was
Teddy,
shopping
we got
too.
some church business we got to
Ted
talk about.
Simpson.
Bishop
I'm
McCann, I was
I'm coming
shopping
up to
too, and then
Fredericksburg on
once
Friday.
I
We're
heard
gonna
Butler,
talk
I
on
said,
Friday.
"Oh no!" I did like 80 on the highway.
Oh, I know
I,
you was flying
I was
because they brought your name. Listen, they called you out
when
tonight.
I heard Butler, I did like 80 on the highway. I was
oh
happy.
yeah, I called Keisha out 2 minutes into the broadcast. I was like,
You,
I'm
I was
coming for her.
I was
Because
we gonna pull her
swerving.
out.
because what y'all don't know is right, like literally right up till showtime, Keisha and I were going
We
at
was
it in the
going at it.
chat. We were going at it in the chat,
I was
literally right up
swerving.
till the start of the podcast. So I said,
Ooh,
okay,
I was
forget what the plan
swerving.
is. I'm starting
First
the
of all,
podcast with this.
first of
I'm
all,
We
sure I
just
got a
going in.
ticket. I
First
know
of
I
all,
got a ticket.
first of all, stop talking in this show with your camera off. That's see how
Cause my
demonic
thing
that
is
is.
messed up. That's why.
This
I
is
don't know
this is
what just happened.
this
It's
is not an
messed up.
audio only
She
podcast.
just wants to
Demonic.
show off her LeBron jersey. Now she's
Now
done
she's
with
done.
it.
Right, just very demonic.
Oh,
But shout,
Bella,
I
Matter of
let me
fact,
let me do a quick
you
shout
know
out.
what? Get in your car and come cut these greens for me.
I know.
Get in the kitchen.
First and foremost, my name is not anime. Okay. Secondly,
His
I
wife
already
name
have
ain't
my
anime
hands in
either.
the
Her name is
kitchen.
Artel.
Right.
That's
Key,
gonna be talking
Key,
to
My
my
wife's
sister
name is
like that.
Artel,
Key.
but you
Y'all
can't
ain't
This
be
gonna
is
talk to my
Florence.
sister like
Key.
that.
You see, this is why it's hard for you to date millennials because you hang out with us. That's
You
And
hang
this is
you
why,
hang out
and
with
I
Gen
don't
X
want
men,
them.
right? You hang out with Gen X
you
men,
hang out with
And
Gen
your
Xers.
brothers are
I'm
all
good
Gen
with the
X.
salt and pepper. I'm good with the salt
Your,
and
Yeah.
pepper.
your brothers are all Gen Xers,
Give me
and
the salt and pepper
that just
any
messes
day.
everything up.
Give
But
me the salt and pepper.
I need to shout out my brother Ted Simpson. Well,
Mm,
not just him, but him and his sister,
Seasoning.
yes,
overseer
please.
Stephanie Simpson, who's doing an awesome
McCann,
work.
don't do it.
Second Wind Ministries.
Don't do
And y'all be quiet. I'm trying to do a shout out here.
Cause you know I will go there. Please.
Y'all are going in. Cut it out.
They just know what
Night
they're
in
doing.
spirit.
Ooh,
Shout out to Ted Simpson and his sister, my sister, overseer Stephanie Simpson, for the work that they're doing. Second Wind Ministries in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Awesome.
I'm excited because on Friday I get to go and do a walkthrough at their new building that they're closing on.
oh,
And
that's awesome.
I've seen the video, and oh my God, when I tell you, you're gonna want to come down to Fredericksburg and never leave. And I just saw that off the video. I'm gonna call you when I get to the building on Friday, Al. I'm gonna call you when I get to the building.
Tempest thou not me.
Come on, you
Listen,
Steph is
remember,
your sister too, so you
The
gotta
north,
celebrate with Steph.
the north you build up,
No.
the south you build out.
Listen.
See, Ted,
Stephanie
you know
is
how
my
I feel.
sister. I'm saying, don't tempt me to leave New York.
You better not.
I'm in GA right now.
We see.
Listen, y'all know how I feel
listen,
about Virginia.
Listen. That off-white is the standard for houses in Georgia.
In Georgia, yep, that's true. That's true. So we're
Got
excited.
the fireplace
I'm excited
behind
for
me,
Second
fellas.
Wind, and I can't wait to get there on Friday morning to do the walkthrough with them. We're gonna start looking at, planning how to set up the building. I'm gonna be helping them do all their audio visual stuff there, and man, I'm just gonna put it. Well, you know what? I am going to tell it all, but like 2 floors, and the second floor is gonna do something big for the community. I'll talk to you about that offline. Talk to y'all about that offline in the chat, because it's something that we can all be supportive of, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. I love it, man. And
I'm excited.
I'm so excited for my sister Stephanie. She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And and God has favored her. I'm glad that she made the move that she made. And I'm thinking about the time, I want to say she had a brain tumor. And it looked really crazy. And God just brought her back. On top of the other
100% healed.
Yeah, on top of the other stuff that she had
Right.
to deal
That
with.
she had to deal with.
Me, man. And me, that's always been my sister, and I'm just so happy. And I owe her a preaching engagement, so I guess maybe 6.
Wow, he said 6 brain operations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is her brother, by the way, Pastor Ted Simpson.
I owe her a preaching engagement. She was trying to get me to come down there and preach on my birthday. I'm like,
You know that wasn't gonna happen.
Steph, I got a whole 50th birthday celebration getting ready to happen out here in New York. But I'm definitely gonna make that up to her because I love her and that's my people's. So
Definitely.
congratulations to the name of the church,
Second Wind Ministries.
Second Wind.
Oh, love it.
How
Love that
apropos,
name.
how apropos, right? Like you definitely getting a second wind after 6 brain surgeries.
Facts.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so it's a blessing, and I'm grateful to God, man.
So she's definitely doing an amazing work. We didn't get a chance to read our copy tonight, but y'all already know the drill. Go out and get
My
Let There
book.
Be Order in the Church by Bishop Robert Vincent Butler II. Keisha, you ain't got no book. He got the book right there. Go out and get it on
Tommy, you ain't got
Amazon.
no job.
My picture's on the back. If you go to Amazon and get it, they got it listed as Robert Bob Butler. I don't know who that person
Who
is.
is Bob?
I have no idea who Bob
Your
is.
middle name is
They even
Bob?
have a picture of a white guy, but I got
His middle name is Vincent.
Yeah.
Who Bob is?
But Amazon did tell me that when I upload the second book, which the second book will be out by the summer, the name of the book is Living in a World We Can't Live Like. And it's really about how we should embrace holiness. It's not a
Yeah.
denomination. It's not in the clothing that you wear. And so living in a world that we can't live like, living in a world that we can't live like is coming out. And then the sequel to Let There Be Order in the Church is Long Live the Church. That's coming out as well. So thank y'all to everybody because I
They flying off the shelf. They
it's
flying
flying
off the
off the
shelf.
shelves. I went to preach someplace and it was gone. I had maybe 25 books left at convocation, and before the first service started at convocation,
Gone.
the books were gone. So
Awesome.
thank the Lord, man.
Praise
I,
God, man. This
I
is
thank the
awesome.
Lord. I thank the Lord for it. And so yeah, man, still working on my book. Will be out next year. Whatever help you need,
All right,
Pierre,
Pierre. Yeah, we got you. We're gonna support you
we
100%.
got you. You know what I mean?
Tia,
But
get my book. Get my book.
Keisha.
yeah,
Oh,
Keisha has a book. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How to be a
what's the name of the
demon.
book?
How to be a demon.
It's called Angel and Me. We discussed this already. It's called Angel and Me.
How to be a demon when I'm fighting Angel.
You know, you've been throwing mad shots all night. You know, you threw mad shots all night. I've been letting you slide, but it's all right. Wait till we get in that chat.
You ain't let me do nothing, you
I'll let
spirit.
you slide.
I'm not messing with y'all. But again, y'all continue to enjoy
Tonight
our
wasn't my
podcast.
night though. She came on the show tonight going totally after you.
I'm for it. And
I
I
didn't
stood
go
toe to
after
toe with her.
D-Lo.
Oh, you
D-Lo
went
wanted,
after D-Lo, yo.
D-Lo
That's
wanted to
crazy.
get in the ring.
Yo,
Why
you
you
was
stepped
arguing
back,
with
as
D-Lo like
always.
that nigga was your husband,
As
son.
always.
You know what?
Yeah, you went out there like he owed you child support.
Right. You know what?
This
Tonight's
one
show.
can't.
No. Tonight's
Wait till I
show
pull the
is
clips for this one. This is gonna be fun.
tonight's
No,
show.
D-Lo.
I got
show-
to. This is advertising. I gotta pull the clips.
Tonight's
Yeah, you-
show. Tonight's show is the reason she will not get a husband because of the way she spoke to D-Lo. The way that she
Yes.
spoke to D-Lo tonight.
Yes.
That is the reason.
That's the reason.
Ain't no man gonna
I get it
tolerate
from
that
my
mouth.
brothers.
We told her this in the chat
I
today,
get it
didn't
from my
we?
brothers.
Ain't no man gonna tolerate that mouth. You spirit, you ain't no man gonna
Tila, I'm telling you, you must owe her some child support.
Apparently we got 6 kids together and I ain't paid years.
Listen.
Apparently.
After today's show, her only option for a husband is in the Bronx.
Oh,
Not in the Bronx.
my haven.
Wow, y'all. Oh wow, he calling out the neighborhood.
My
Y'all
haven.
ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
My haven.
Wait, it's crickets. She ain't even talking no more. She not even laughing.
Because I'm well taken care of. I don't have to worry about nothing about in the Bronx. Thank you.
You know what's in the Bronx.
You know
Thank
what's in the
you.
Bronx, Keisha.
You know what's in the Bronx.
Thank
Oh,
you.
listen.
We all
you
know
what's
what's in the
Don't
Bronx. We
nobody
all know
want
what's in the
nothing in the
Bronx.
Bronx that everybody already had. Good night.
Oh.
Hey,
Matter of fact,
Oh.
Good night.
Oh.
hey Butler, I made a mistake. Since you said that, no, that's Soundview.
Yo, Ted?
Hey, that's
Wow.
sound. Hey, Angel Keish, that's Soundview.
Wait, but Keisha, did Ted just call you
Yeah, no, we
a
me and Ted
Bron
go at it all
Vestite?
the time. I be getting on him too.
a Bron Vestite?
Ted called you a Bron Vestite?
Listen,
We
that's
get
worse
in.
than mine, fellas.
Word,
That's
that
worse
was
than
a
mine.
LeBroniac. That was
We get
worse.
at
I
it
said LeBron. I
every.
said LeBroniac.
We get
That's
at
way
it
worse
almost
than.
A
every
Bron
day. Me
Vestite?
and Ted go at it every day. That ain't nothing new.
Keisha,
We go at it every day. I go at it with him every day.
A Bron
Keisha, you
Vestite,
really
though.
no. You really should seek the Lord.
No.
At the point that you're being called a Bron Vestite, listen.
Seek the
I
Lord
First
don't
and
of all,
even.
seek Him now.
I got the blood.
first
The
of all,
blood.
first of
The
all,
blood
first
still
of all,
works.
first
Okay.
of all, here's what the word of the Lord says: out of the mouth of two is every word established. So at the point that he done
The
called you a
mouth of
Bron
who?
Vestite, at the point that he done called you a Bron Vestite, and Mac called you a Broniac,
LeBroniac.
and you came on the show with a Laker jersey with his name on it,
I sure did.
you really
I
need to
sure
seek the
did.
Lord.
Y'all
You need
woke
to
up the beast.
you need
Y'all
to
woke
seek the
up
Lord.
the
You need to
beast.
seek the Lord while he may be found. Call
You got
upon his name while
Keisha,
I
did you
found him
ever?
already.
Did you
you
get a
you
Bronny
clearly
jersey
have
yet?
another god.
Did you get a Bronny jersey yet, Keisha?
she
Don't
got
we
it.
got somewhere to go, D-Lo?
She got
Keisha,
it.
Keisha, did you get a Bronny
Don't we
jersey?
got somewhere to
You
go,
got a number
D-Lo?
9. Where's the number 9 at, Keisha?
She got a number 9
Where's that
D-Lo,
number
jersey.
9 at?
don't we got somewhere to go? Don't we gotta log out?
Where we
She trying
going?
to she
We
trying to
going?
send that joint
Hey,
back to the
hey,
NBA store. She trying to send it back to the NBA store, and
I
she
don't
want to
do
get
that. I
that
don't wear
G.
clothes in return.
She want to get that G
Oh,
League
you've
jersey.
worn it? You like to take pictures and everything. Let's see it. Put it in the chat.
hey,
No.
Bishop D'Lo,
Come on, put it in the
Bishop
chat.
Butler,
Because we know if you have it, you've taken a picture in it already. So put it in the chat.
Bishop D'Lo, Bishop Butler. She lucky we don't have time because I was gonna ask tonight. You have two players. Who you choosing? You choosing Ben Simmons or Bronny? I'm done.
I'm taking Ben Simmons. Anyway,
Now I'm taking Bronny.
nah, for real. No, seriously, because Ben Simmons is terrible. Ben
I'm
Simmons is
taking
absolutely
Bronny.
terrible. She,
I'm not
Ben,
taking
Ben
neither one of
Simmons
them.
should be
They
out of
You
the
both
gotta,
league
you
too.
gotta
forfeit.
take one, but you gotta take one.
You gotta
Bishop
pick
Butler.
one, Bronny or Ben Simmons.
I forfeit. I'm good.
Butler, you
He's I'm gonna
forfeit?
take the forfeit.
You are
Hilarious.
forfeit?
I'm gonna lose either one I pick. It doesn't matter. Yo,
You have a better chance with Bronny.
That's
I'm
true.
still gonna lose.
You would have a better chance with Bronny.
Okay,
Yo,
so with Ben Simmons,
At least Bronny don't miss layups.
Okay,
Simmons was missing point blank layups the other
Point
night.
blank
First
layups,
of
yo.
all,
Ben
game
Simmons
is
is
20.
horrible.
First of all, game is 21. I'm only going to get 2 points out of your man Ben Simmons, and we already know I'm only going to get 2.5 points from Bronny. So
You
like,
get 4.
I was gonna say you get 4 out of Bronny.
Now you're gonna get four. He's
You get
averaging
4 out of
4
Bronny.
games.
You
He's
gonna
averaging
get 4 out of
for his
Bronny.
career.
Yeah, you
I'm
get 4 out of Bronny.
I'm still going to lose. So yeah, I forfeit. You got it.
Ted said you got the G League jersey too. You got
Yeah,
that
she
South Bay
pre-ordered
Laker
that
jersey.
Bronny.
Hey,
You
he
got that
making
South
that
Bay
money in
Laker
the G League. He
Well,
sure is bringing that
Well,
money.
guess
in there.
what? If it is a G League jersey, it's a home jersey because he ain't got no away jersey.
There's no such thing. There's
an away
no
Right.
jersey,
There's
you're
no
right.
such thing as an away
As
jersey.
an away jersey, that's
A
correct.
jersey is a jersey.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
We
But
got to
You
get
know,
out of here.
we'll
you
leave
don't
it
have
there. We'll
away
leave it
jersey.
there.
We
You don't
gotta
have
get
no
out of
away
here.
A
jersey with a
jersey
G
is a
League team.
jersey.
Y'all continue this in the chat. We thank y'all for joining us tonight. We
I don't want to
appreciate
talk to this
y'all.
black tail.
Ooh, dag. With the racial slurs. What
Bishop
happened?
D'Lo,
wanna
keep
talk to
going.
him.
If
You
you
see that
stop,
spirit?
we're gonna be stuck. Keep
You
going,
see
Bishop
that? You
D'Lo.
see that spirit? You see that spirit?
I don't
Bishop
want to.
D'Lo, keep going.
I'm
I
trying.
cast you.
Keep going.
I cast you out.
You have no
into the-
power.
I cast
Bishop
you out into the
D'Lo.
herd.
You have no power.
All right.
I got power, and
You
you are
ain't got
going
no
into the
power.
herd.
Bishop D'Lo.
I'm trying, J-Mac. I'm
You
trying.
ain't got no power.
You're the first lady.
The
of
show has been
restoration.
hijacked. We gotta go. We gotta go. We want to thank everybody for we gotta go.
No. I'm saying this. She's the new first lady of restoration.
Oh. All right.
And
So
you know what you is? You want me to tell you what you is?
That's it.
You
Let me
want
start muting people. That's what I have to do.
Oh,
Let me
okay,
start
D-Lo,
muting
because
people. Let me start muting people.
D-Lo.
Take it to the
Because
chat.
D-Lo know
Wow,
it's coming.
Take
Butler,
it
did you
to
go
the
there?
chat. He did. He absolutely did. Y'all take
Get
it to the
us
chat.
out of here.
Take it to the
D-Lo, I
chat.
told you.
It was corny. Ain't
Happy
nobody worrying about
Thanksgiving
him.
to all of you. Enjoy the time with your
It was
families this
corny.
week.
Spirit.
Hopefully, you don't eat too much. For those
He
of you who are
needs
dealing with
attention
loss during
again.
this time, we're praying for you. God still has you. There's no sorrow that you have here on earth that heaven can't heal.
I got one more
know
thing
that.
to
No,
Nobody don't
no,
want to hear
I
it.
got
You
one
ain't
more
got
thing
nothing
to
to
say.
no,
say.
L.
Mute
We
him,
gotta
Bishop
know.
D-Lo. Mute him.
This
You
is
ain't
my
got
show
nothing to
too.
say.
I got one more thing to say.
You
Please
always
Oh my
got
God.
something to say.
We gotta
please,
get out of here.
please watch the ham that you eat this Thanksgiving because it's going to be filled with the Keisha spirit because I just cast it into the herd of swine.
Oh my God. What?
On
Okay.
That
that
was
note,
the
On
Bishop
that
D-Lo.
note,
That was
y'all
the
have a
funniest
great
thing
night,
I ever heard
everybody.
in my life. And I know
We
your
will
stinking tail gonna be over there eating nothing but ham. I know you are.
we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Have a
You
good
the
night,
Spirit,
first
everyone.
one I
Happy
gonna be eating
Thanksgiving,
that.
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
I'm praying.
Black.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check, check. I need all my Knick fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, how do you say it from New York? What I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now.
Hey yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit it three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again. Yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up.